9-ish though.
I mean, it's 9-ish. We caught the last tail. See, 9-ish in my opinion.
No,
is
we ain't late.
We
We been actually kicking it. We just letting y'all in on it.
It's still late.
It's subjective.
Still late.
What's your 9-ish theory?
9-ish is 9:29, 9:30 is the latest. So we hit the ish. Like if we'd have been in the shit in one more minute, it would have passed the ish.
The last train to 9-ish.
Yeah.
Last train to 9-ish.
That might be the name of this episode. Let me write that down.
That's what you call bullshit.
Yeah.
Last train to 9-ish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Starting this shit at 9:30.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Hesitation. No.
So, welcome to everybody. Tonight is a pretty special night. We've got we're really active tonight. Full house. We're last Friday of the month, so we've got our curator for the Legal Trap Report, Quarter from the Valley, in the building.
Fire something up for me.
I was smoking. You right?
I'm ready.
And since it's Legal Trap Report Day, and we haven't had them on in a while, our friends of the show, Tommy Lift and Lucille Cody, are in the building, representing hip hop and high and doing things.
And both.
How y'all doing tonight?
Lovely.
Lovely, doing good, feeling good.
All right, looking good. I like the
Thank
mask.
you like my mask?
I do.
It's one of my new ones.
I would say I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, this is a newer one. It has the third eye and everything like that.
Almost the fifth eye.
Yeah, almost the fifth eye. It's so big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like...
I'm gonna start telling people that. I'm gonna punch you in your fifth eye, motherfucker.
It's like right in the
Hold on,
forehead.
that sounds kind of Diddy-ish. No Diddy.
A little bit.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Oh my god, that's like... Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It's like
Taking me back.
So we're gonna have some fun tonight, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in with us, hanging out, getting your pregame on. Before we get too much further in, let's go ahead and check in. For those that are familiar with the show, you know what we're about to do. For those that are not, let me explain to you real quick. We at the Lawnarchy, we consider ourselves to be pretty good mental health advocates. We may talk shit to each other, and we may, crack jokes.
We're
But
definitely gonna do that.
But that's what friends do. You know what I'm saying? We keep it honest with each other, though. You know what I'm saying? We don't crack jokes to try to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to get a laugh. Every once in a while, I will cross the line. I'll own my thing, but I'm not doing it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not doing it purposely. You'll know if I'm doing it purposely. Trust. It's gonna sound real fucked up. But the check-in is just basically something that we do to allow everyone to have a moment to be able to get something off the chest, speak whatever's on their mind. It is a judgment-free zone, unless you're discussing harming yourself or harming others. It's a very simple process. It's nothing heavy about it. You can talk, like I said, you can discuss whatever it is that you like, and it basically goes like, hey, Quarterman, how was your week?
Man, it was better than last month, man. Last month I was telling you how my mom, she's got Parkinson's and everything. It's been rough on me, man. But like I said, coming here, man. Every Friday for the Lawnarchy show, it helps me. Helps me get through it. Being around good people, man. But this week's been, it's been pretty good. As far as anything else, it's been pretty good, man.
All right. Oh, shit. That's always good to hear. Shoot, Jason, man, how was your week?
Man, I've had another. I can't say that this is a 5-star week, but this is like a 4.5-star week.
Hey, you alive?
And I'm alive once again. Yeah, didn't have to go to a hospital this week, so you know what? Damn it, I'm gonna say it was a 5-star week. Man, the boy is transferring, so he's gonna be playing football again. So that's actually some of the best news I've gotten. Because last year, his freshman year, he didn't play football; he just wrestled. But he's going to Thomas Jefferson now out there, so do sports. That's actually what I've been waiting on. Yeah, I don't say it's just a lot going on this month, and then next month, like music wise, got a show
Yeah, I saw that.
on the 13th at Mini Bars, so I'm gonna be there. Oh, and I got these back in. I don't know if y'all can. Got them acrylics. I don't say those.
Shiny.
Yeah, I say those Riddock hand drones. But no, I got I actually got these in acrylic and then also metallics back in. People wasn't really messing with the canvas ones, so I'm thinking about turning those into clocks. But basically, all these. Let's see if I can pull these out. Yeah, I'll say all these about to be clocks and then wall hangers. If y'all can see them.
My brother would like one of those.
See that.
Yeah, I thought the cloth ones, the canvas ones were dope.
And see, I did too. That's why I got them. But people wasn't fucking with them, so.
That's wild.
Yep. But yeah, I'll say, yeah, it's like I said, this really was a 5-star week. I have no complaints. And then, yeah, the boy playing football again. That's the best news I've gotten this year. Out of all the shit that I've been through, him playing ball again. Because I mean, wrestling's cool, but yeah, football. Everybody knows football's my sport. So
He
Yeah,
just
you sound
doesn't
like
have
you
a
couldn't-
good team.
Yeah,
That's
so-
all. He didn't pick a good team.
Hey, Corey, he sounded like he couldn't get on that wrestling mat. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, it sound like he wasn't
Couldn't get
ready.
that mat. Couldn't take downs. Cut him. Take down, cut him.
first time I got DDT'd, it would have been over with.
Well, that has been the only time he got DDT, hopefully. Because that was not a legal move.
Nah, you will get kicked
Hell,
out. for
even
that,
when we
man.
played WWE or WWF, because that's what it was at the time, when we had our in practices, DDTs and pile drivers. No, nah,
couldn't do
couldn't
it.
do them.
I had one done that to me. Freshman on a wrestling team in high school.
Oh man,
And what's the other? The full Nelson.
half Nelson was legal. Actually, you could full them up if they was dumb enough to let
You
you.
just couldn't lock your fingers.
You just couldn't lock your fingers.
Well, in
You
folk style wrestling.
you could grab, you could clasp, you could do your wrist, grab your wrist, but you couldn't lock your
fingers.
yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah, you
did
couldn't
this-
lock it in,
Whatever
right?
move he did to me was illegal because he had his knee down and my back just came down on the knee like a back. Like,
Oh damn, backbreaker.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he hit you with that shit.
That's messed up.
and our coach was remember Charles Getty,
The name sounds
the
familiar.
Chiefs. He was
Yeah,
a Chiefs player.
yeah.
Yeah, I lasted like 2 weeks of actual competitive wrestling. I was the one in practice that was killing it, but when it came to the actual thing, everyone else was complaining, and I was like, "Yeah, this is great. I love the practice."
Well, shit. Since we got you, man, how was your week, Tommy Lou?
Well, sir, when I've answered this question before, it's very similar to this time to say that I feel privileged to have the problems that I have, but I've been under a lot of stress. But it's all because I have things to be stressed about. So, like, I have a house that I'm, essentially it's being threatened to be taken from me because, just financially through property tax and all these kind of things. I mean, I paid my taxes, that's all good, and I finally got that down low. But now my homeowner's insurance is like, oh, no, you can't have this, you can't have that.
I feel like we talked about some of this
I was just
at the
getting into it.
at the Wanderlust.
Yes, so now I've been like,
Well, see, they don't know about because I haven't put those interviews out yet.
oh, okay.
So
Well, I mean, essentially, there was just some areas on the roof that they're like, these things
Just
aren't.
nitpicking.
Yeah, I mean, everything was fine, right? It didn't leak, it didn't have any problems, but they're just like these materials aren't considered insurable. Like,
They want you to use certain types of materials and things like that. They're getting very
Yeah.
particular because of the type of neighborhood we live in
Yeah.
and the way that it's
it's
being
like up and coming
upgraded,
and all this.
gentrified,
Yeah,
and everything like that. So now they want to nitpick everyone else that lives there.
right.
And
So,
it's really annoying.
so I had to climb, and I'm the kind of person that does it myself. So, like, I had to climb up on the very top of this house and put this professional roofing material up there, and it was like carrying a roll of carpet up on top of like a, for primary, tertiary, or secondary and tertiary roof, get all the way to the top, and And then now they're like, well, you need to build the deck, and so I'm just out there every night. And like tonight, I would have been out there like sawing away and stuff like every other night, but I'm just trying to enjoy myself. So it's just all
man to
this.
me, Tommy Left.
Man, I mean, you got to do it, right? Because
I thought about selling this motherfucker just because one of the gutters was hanging.
oh hell no. I mean, but like my first homeowner's insurance,
right here.
they're like, we're gonna cancel you, like no matter what you do. So, but then I realized I can get a better deal with somebody else. But the long term, or the long and short of it is that you just have to stay on top of them to get it done. And I turned in my new policy the day that they were going to cancel my old one, and the bank sent a letter that said, "Oh, well, thank you for sending that in. We'll just go ahead and cancel the insurance company that we had you set up with."
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they did.
and they were about to really put the screws on me, right? Because they're like in cahoots with the new insurance company, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just charge you a huge, increase." So I just barely squeaked out as the truck bill came down, with my new policy, and actually paying less now too. So that's good. So I'm thankful for that, right?
Nice.
But I'm just
Yeah.
trying to. I'm trying to
get there myself, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
trying to get a lot done.
we're talking about grown folks problems, but
Boy, right? Right?
Yeah, I ain't got them.
I don't have those.
But it affects you. Like I'll be up nights
I'm a big kid, man.
No, for real.
thinking about this stuff.
For real.
And I don't know, man. The stuff I worry about and stress is like stuff I shouldn't be worried about or stressing, like bills and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever really sweated paying a bill.
That's what she says. Put it in the Jesus pile.
It's just got
It's put it in the Jesus time. Like, Jesus, you see this bill? You see this hate mail they've been sending me?
Not hate bill.
My God, just a file on my
Let him
knees.
deal with it, 'cause it's
I was taught that as a child. I really leaned on that my entire life. And when I feel I got some needs that aren't being close to being met, I just pray. I be like, "Hey, God, you said you're gonna meet my needs."
Well, me too. But I think the way God answers my prayers is He says, "See these two hands you have?
Oh no,
Get too busy."
yeah.
And
And oftentimes that's what it, because when I like if it's a money situation for me, it'll be bam, I get a gig or something, or
and
somebody.
that's what happens to me too. So I'm thankful for that.
So I understand what what's going on. I just got to remind them. Every once in a while you got to be like, hey, you said, Lucille, how was your week?
It's been good. It's just like I live in my own little world.
As you should.
So it's been really fun. I've been playing this game called The Sims 4, and it's like live dolls, but it's like you get to make your own characters. You can make them just like pick their hair all the way down to their shoes, like every outfit.
Is this The Sims?
Yes.
Oh, so you can do all that to them now.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can do
yeah.
everything. Like it's like everything. You can give birth. You can be a doctor. You can be an alien that marries a human. You can be a vampire. You can be a werewolf. You can be almost everything. There's even Star Wars people.
Yeah.
It's really wild. And so me and my bestie, we call it the Hot Nerd Girls Society. And
Familiar.
so we just nerd out playing this game like all day. Sometimes, but I discipline myself by making sure I read something.
And right.
And I write every day. Because I'm working on a book. And
Oh, that'll be
yeah,
interesting.
and then I make something every day. Like I make all these bracelets
Dope.
and necklaces and stuff like that. Because I'm getting ready for an event.
Idle hands. Devil's Workshop.
Keep me busy. Keep me busy.
Rock, how was your week?
I wouldn't say a marked improvement from last week, but I mean,
Couldn't get no
could be
worse.
worse.
No, I couldn't.
Oh no, it could definitely have gotten
Don't
worse.
say that. Don't say that. It always gets better.
Because there was a line of motherfuckers set up to piss me off last week.
Oh my.
Golly, yeah. But it's too fucking hot out here, dog. This is
isn't that the
bullshit.
truth? That's the truth.
And it just makes people do stupid shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I feel you on that.
I will say one minor Rockwell rant.
New segment on
If your car has fabric seats, and every seat is stained with unidentifiable stains.
Substance.
You should pipe down.
Like,
You should pipe down.
is there a
You
particular
shouldn't be
color?
very mouthy. You know what I mean?
Is there a particular color that we're talking
No,
about?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Nope.
We was hoping you would.
Nope.
I was
I ain't
hoping
gonna do
you
that. But I have determined or discovered a corollary between bitches that run their mouth and nasty ass cars.
Filthy seats.
Oh my gosh.
Do they have insurance, you think?
Oh hell no!
What about how old is the temp tag?
Are they Nissan Altimas?
How old is the temp
Or
Okay, hold on. David, we need to have a
How
talk
old
Yes,
is the temp
yes, we
tag?
do.
about
Yes.
the big ultimate energy, dog. Have y'all been in that Facebook group?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they got it. There's a Facebook group called Big Ultimate Energy.
Holy shit.
But,
Oh my
but,
gosh. Big ultimate
but it's
energy.
gotten pretty fucking racist, if I'm being real. Like, cause it goes through all the stereotypes. You know what I mean? And so,
starter pack.
but there is some legit, you know, profiling to do with people that drive Nissan Altimas.
Most definitely.
They don't have insurance and they got a temp tag.
And you done dog that motherfucker out at one time or another.
And they got a dent on the side.
So what's up though? Okay, so the temp tag thing, I'm used to seeing that, especially through COVID. The cops are just like, "Fuck it," right? But go out to the exurbs, the country, and you'll see a different version of that where they just don't even fuck with the
They
tags.
don't even have a tag.
They just put the fucking. It just says Caterpillar or the United States flag on the back of the fucking truck.
Well, even in Missouri,
Be nice, and they don't give a
If
fuck.
if it's a
They just-
certain class truck, they'll
if
they'll
you can
allow
pull
you to
25,000
Yeah,
pounds,
you don't have to have a back tag.
No, but these are
You're supposed to put the back tag in the window instead of where
No.
the
But
tag
they don't do that
because
shit.
it's always hauled.
well, I heard that
Oh,
you
yes, they
don't
have
need the
that.
front tag.
Well, they should have. They're supposed to have a front tag, but then the back tag is okay.
because they're always hooked up to a trailer.
And the trailer is tagged too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see how that kind of makes
That's
sense.
how it's supposed
Yeah.
to work.
It's some
But these
bullshit.
motherfuckers is just like, nope, Trump tag in the front,
Yep.
USA flag in the back. That's how we rolling, baby.
Yeah.
I ain't got insurance either.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not forget about all these motherfuckers with South Dakota tags,
The Texas tags.
where you ain't got to pay the property tax.
Oh wow.
On these-
In Texas, you
So-
don't
so
have
these
to
motherfuckers-
renew.
It's on
At least
everything.
Oh, he been railing about this for
Oh
months.
yeah, nah, man, this is some bullshit. These motherfuckers.
Welcome to Missouri.
Man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Pay your goddamn taxes, man. We all in this shit.
Not gonna do it.
Don't let the other states out there because I don't want people calling me asking for it.
Hey, is it for real?
Let's set up my LLC in South Dakota, cuz.
You don't have to pay taxes.
New Hampshire. Hey, I'm just start telling motherfuckers New Hampshire.
Only on cars.
You gotta go all the way to New Hampshire, cuz.
But what about clothes?
Yeah,
you
them
paying
motherfuckers
taxes.
get on my nerves too, dog. Like and them be the most American motherfuckers out here too. And you motherfuckers is tax cheats.
Yep.
Pay your goddamn taxes.
That's American. What fuck you talking about?
That's the most American thing
That's the
that
most
you can
American.
do.
Yeah.
Welcome
Hold
to
on.
America.
Own slaves, cheat taxes.
Welcome to
Beat your woman.
That's how you get rich. Well, except for that last part.
You're not a real American, Tommy Lift.
I know.
Oh
Welcome to
shit.
America with the big six flag,
No, we did go across that America only succeeds by robbing or
Well,
slave.
sure.
Yeah, right.
That I know.
Blood.
That's true.
Blood. They only succeed in blood. If we don't
But
get
yeah,
blood,
I don't like them fucking tags, bro. That's just some bullshit. That's some bullshit. You spending the money you would spend on fucking taxes for half these bullshit cars that they be trying to tag.
Here's my old man.
These motherfuckers be tagging a '94 Ranger with some motherfucking South Dakota tags. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
My old
Might as well
man
get the vintage tags.
grief
tax $15
for the week is. I just recently, speaking of vehicles, I just got a newer vehicle. I got one of those Ford Transits. You know,
What happened to them? Don't tell me it's gone.
the Pleasure Cruiser.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
no,
got
we still
that.
have that.
We got that.
We're not letting that. We're not letting that.
Jesus.
What are you talking
We
about?
still have the
So I
pleasure.
got rid of my
I ain't
Honda.
going nowhere.
So I got I got Ford Transit, but what I didn't realize when I bought it,
Marjorie right there.
which is a good thing, is that it's ethanol.
Oh.
So I'm getting like $2.29, $2.40.
Where do you get ethanol at?
But that's the thing, right there.
Casey's.
In Lawrence.
Ain't they got
One
that quick
Casey,
trip?
no.
They got that quick trip?
No. One Casey's way out north. In downtown, Grand Slam.
Grand Slam.
I figured Grand Slam would have
So
it.
here's
They got it all
So
down
my
there.
story is all about Grand Slam. So I go to Grand Slam like all the time now. Because but only half of the limited ass pumps in the gas area are ethanol, right? And what happens every time you go to Grand Slam?
Oh, you always gotta wait.
People just pull up and park. They
And
don't
go
even
in.
be getting gas.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like there, like, and plus they'll like block all the way around, or by the time you can get around, then someone else will pull in.
Somebody can pull
So I'm
in,
like playing Tetris, trying to get gas there, and about to lose my damn mind. You know, I'm just like, hey, like your tank door isn't even on the side of where you pull up to the pumps at. Like, move your car. And you know, getting in arguments with people because
We park.
I'm like, not here. What if, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I go to McDonald's and just park in the drive-thru? I'm like, I'll just park here. Like, would that be nice? I mean, it drives me fucking nuts, man.
Down here.
Plus, I'll try to be like, set an example, and if I need like a snack or some shit, I actually move my car.
And go to the parking
You know,
lot where you're supposed to park.
And then I get blocked in anyways. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. And we've seen some fights.
Oh my god, these two ladies.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, they were about to like beat each other's asses. They were like straight up. Like this one lady reached over the counter where the other lady was like already clearly at the register getting ready to pay for her stuff. And then this other lady just comes up and just like reaches over around her and puts her stuff on the counter. And she's just like, "You're on my space." And like, "Why you get out of my face, bitch? Well, look at you and what you looking at me just sort of back. And here comes the police officer dude that was like on guard that night, and he comes here and goes, "What is going on in here? Just pay for your stuff and go." Like, just pay and go. Like, just go.
Hurry up and buy.
Oh my gosh.
It's like 3 security guards in the city that you don't want to upset, and the Grand Slam security guards are one of them. 'Cause they'll shoot you. They ain't got time for this shit. Half of them are off-duty police. They fuck it. It's a stand your ground state. You made the wrong move. I put 2 in it.
Get this work.
Yeah.
They probably won't kill you because they want to prosecute you.
You gonna get that work though.
But you gonna get that work.
You gonna get that
the
work.
hottest of ways.
I thought they couldn't do like no more. Or not in the uniform.
Not in their uniform.
I gave you that. I did.
Grand Slam got their own uniform.
Oh, they got their own shit.
Grand Slam shirt.
Pull up. They should say pull up on that motherfucker. Pull up.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. Let's finish up real quick. My week was my week was up and down, man. My phone is trying to tell me something.
You need an Android? That's what it's telling you.
Nah, that's not what it's trying to say.
Android
Is that an
time.
Apple phone?
It is.
Oh.
But it's like,
That was the appropriate response.
it's an iPhone 11.
It's okay.
You have an iPhone?
I'm always use an iPhone. I'm not. It's not on a.
That's okay.
Not on a.
It's just what you like.
Yeah, it's just what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
All that Android shit, getting viruses and
There's
I'm
no
cool with it.
viruses ever. I've always had Android.
No, sir.
Like, that's
And-
No
insane.
viruses?
I had Android
I have
for 2
nothing on my
days.
phone.
This is not
Went to the wrong
2009.
porn site.
Yeah, this ain't 2000.
Like, you had like one
I know.
having
got-
one
I got the
phone
blue text
like-
section.
I'm like, I sure do appreciate time you listen to blue text.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga
Is it like-
was watching porn on
is
that
it like-
motherfucker.
That's what I was.
Lock his phone up.
That's why.
Lock
his
you
phone
didn't
up.
You don't visit the digital ghetto like I do. Like,
Is it like-
you'd be fine with
Is it
Android. Like,
Happened something bad happened one time with the Android, and you're like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
cool, I'm
You're
cool.
not gonna go back again. Guess what happened with me with Apple? Something bad happened. There was absolutely nothing wrong with my iPod, and it was the flat one, and it was like really little. And that like it was like really flat, and it looked like a phone, but it wasn't a phone. It had the little button in the middle at the bottom, and like the 2 little side buttons on the bottom, and also you could take pictures and video with it. It was that one.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
iPod
there
Plus.
was nothing wrong with it. Okay, it And I was just like, I lost all of that shit. I didn't get a chance to back up shit.
That sounds like an Apple.
Yeah, because they were literally killing their phones.
They were just literally killing it. It was
What was
not
it when
cool.
you get the phone?
And I was like, you know what? Fuck Apple.
I mean, I say that all the time.
And I was like, I love Apple though because I am on Apple Podcasts and you guys can listen everywhere.
Oh, we're on Apple
But I'm
Podcasts
just
also.
like, the
Hell,
products.
I talk
I'm
super
like,
shit about
no.
Spotify. I'd be like, fuck Spotify and their mama's ass.
Oh.
But that's where you find us on Spotify. Hey, what's happening?
Not me for too much longer. I'm taking my shit down.
No, you know what?
Why?
Keep it up. Hold on. Let me finish checking in real quick,
Sorry.
and then we'll get into all that. But these are good topics. I'm gonna write these down.
Yeah, I want to know why.
Write it down with your cigarette, your
You
blunt.
put this out.
Write it
Yeah,
down.
put it out.
Write
So-
it down in fire.
My phone has been like, I have to like restart my phone like 4 times a day, 5 times a day, turn it off, wait a couple minutes, turn it back on. No, because I mean it's an old phone. It's just it's old, man.
Doesn't matter which one you get.
I understand when I used to crack on my uncle when he had the flip phone in the 2000s. I'm like, flip phone is 2005. Flip phone, nigga. You might as well hit a brick. It's my flip phone.
Yeah.
Well, it's ancient too.
It is. iPhone 11.
Does your charger still work though?
Yeah. I mean, I got it. When I stick it in, it is like sex for real. Cause I got to like, I got to maneuver it a little bit, and I got
Oh
to
my gosh.
hit the wall. Oh, there we go.
I got a new one.
Did
My
you
charger's
take that car
already
charger I
worthless.
gave you?
I don't know.
Oh
don't
no,
think
the
you did.
new iPhones don't come with chargers, is what they saying.
No, I think
The
it's
next
the ones
ones?
the next generation is
Yeah.
the ones you just set down.
That's what I have to do already.
Yeah. See,
That's
yours is like
crazy.
wait. See, mine is like your phone's grandpa.
You know
You know what I'm saying? My phone's like, back in my day.
gonna fuck up the Androids and make our
Nah, never.
No, they're not going to do that. They already took away the hole that where you can't put like
And then,
What else happens with
headphones
PL?
in anymore.
Yeah.
And like, no, just use Bluetooth.
They're probably bringing that back though.
They need
That's
to,
hilarious.
man.
I love the headphone jack.
They kind of messed my game up.
And I'm apologies to Scribe. I really wanted to make it to the Scribbleverse deal yesterday. It started raining out by my house when I was about to walk out, and I was like, I don't like driving in the rain, but I was like, this ain't too bad. And then when I started the car up, the real rain kicked in. I was like, oh, I can't see shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to make it.
But you're repping the shirt.
Yeah, you know. This is my first time wearing this shirt. I've had this shirt since the Flavor Pack 30th anniversary celebration day, and it's just been in a plastic bag. And I just been like, I'm gonna wear that one day. Today's the day.
I got one of the original Flavor Pack shirts from the late '90s that it's written in Japanese.
The green, is it the dark green?
Blue.
Oh, yours is
Same
blue.
color as your shirt.
Fresh. I don't have any of the old Flavor Pack stuff from way back.
I got like a whole drawer of shirts that I can't wear anymore because they're about to fall into ashes. You know, like my old Sportsman's House of Fine Coiffeurs.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm never let that go.
That's the case of classic right
For
there.
real, for real.
That is chef's kiss.
Hold on. The last time I said the full name of that, I was wearing Kangos.
I was listening to a Wu-Tang tape.
Sportsman House of
I literally had about 35 cents in my motherfucking shoe.
Hey, you know, I always felt like when you went there, you had to act right. Just because of the name, you know what I'm saying? The whole name, Sportsman House of Coiffure.
Because the name is so.
I don't even know what the fuck a coiffure is, but
Exactly.
damn, I don't want to.
French though.
Yeah, that's fancy.
French though. It got to be,
Hey,
it got to be high price.
I ain't gonna fuck this up.
It got to be high dollar up in there.
How about the beauty salon that used to be on 31st that said cliche? What's the name of the beauty salon? I was just like, y'all know what that means? Oh, it's
Did
like,
not.
oh my god.
But it sounded dope in a motherfucker.
Sound dope.
It's like,
But it actually turned out to be fairly true. It's
Yeah, for real.
cliche hairstyles.
Exactly.
You know,
It's-
you walk in with your regular hair, and you walk out with the salt and pepper triangle.
I was going to say the mushroom. Get up on this.
marching band. We used to play all the shit in marching band.
Yeah.
But so the week was decent. You know what I'm saying? I've been writing. That'll lead us into this real quick. The week was actually good, I'm gonna say, because it got me. Bow. I went ahead and put it out, y'all.
Hey.
First quarter EP available. Bandcamp. plmusic.bandcamp.com.
Let's fucking go.
I think it's pay what you want. I don't know.
You can buy them off $15.
Or you can buy them from me.
Quarter ain't got shit. So I've asked people what they thought about it, and I haven't checked with I haven't even looked at your text messages yet. I read the one that said, but the voicemails I haven't listened to them yet. I'm almost nervous about it. Not in a negative way, in a good, like shit, man. This motherfucker knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making music for, pretty much him. You motherfuckers over here. I don't know what this guy behind me. He's a little into some other shit.
The DJ don't eat right.
No, you kiss my ass. I've been cooking this week. You kiss my ass. I've been working that motherfucking Blackstone, nigga. I've been working that motherfucking Blackstone. I've been waiting for that shit. The hell, the fuck all that.
Yeah, but I've gotten like real honest responses about this. I sent it to Sarone.
Mm-hmm.
Or nobody. My bad. I don't know what the fuck.
I think he's going through another name phase.
And he said, "Hey, cuz, that wasn't a PL I was expecting." What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I don't know. I didn't ask.
He thought you was a mad rapper.
Well,
Just
nah,
rap mad.
he's nobody's probably more accustomed to hearing me just
Butterfly Chick-fil-A.
spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? When we be like rapping or freestyling over Zamunda back in the day, or the couple tracks that we've done together required just bar spitting. We went over this a couple of weeks ago. I can spit bars. That's not my thing for real though. You know what I'm saying? Bars and punchlines. I'm punchline because I'm hilarious. But I'm not a, set up bar punchline guy kind of. I'm going to tell a story.
Yeah.
And in the process, I'm going to make you think a couple times and I'm going to make you giggle a couple of times.
Yeah, he does that for sure.
You're going to have to rewind it a couple of times to make sure that, what I'm saying, you heard what you heard. But you heard it. Nowadays, there's not really a lot of people doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not really a lot of people checking for that. So I hadn't been, I just been like, fuck it, I'm cool. I have a lot of, I got a decent amount of music that I've been sitting on. I was probably never going to put that shit out.
Higher Learning is a hit. Listen to it. Needs a video too.
Hey,
Man.
You got video money?
Shit, man, I can shoot it on my phone for you because I got an Android.
It sounds like it's going to be backwards.
We need to hit up Van Lathan.
Out of focus. Van Lathan?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but what's he going to do?
He's a film producer.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
His shoulders.
I listen to podcasts from time to time, but I don't really delve into people.
No, he's produced. He's actually produced a couple of documentaries.
Huh. That's dope.
Yeah.
He needs to do a documentary on Shanky's wit.
Yeah, he's probably right.
That shit's dangerous. If you ever come across that at the liquor store, I strongly suggest it. I recommend it highly. No, for real. It is damn delicious.
It's tasty.
Yeah, it's a nice almost an aperitif. Yeah.
know who else can film it? EC.
It's that French, nigga. That's pinkies up, goddammit.
Yeah, that's right.
We
You know.
can drink it. It's great.
Oh, and you can drink it neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't in your car today. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling in the heat.
Oh, it wasn't chilling if it was in
That's
there.
what I'm saying. It wasn't,
No, it's not.
but you could probably, but that'd be a one shot hot toddy
That's
by
right.
itself right there. Just
Oh, yes.
that might cut you on the way down. That might be like shot nigga. And I'd be scared about an Irish whiskey calling me nigga. What's going on here? Is this Center's Part 2?
Oh, no.
Damn. Damn.
I enjoyed that movie. I did not like the end. Oh, we haven't talked about it.
The real end.
Don't tell me about it. I haven't seen it.
I ain't seen it either yet.
Man, fuck all these spoilers. It's been out 3 months now.
Hey.
Everybody ain't got Netflix.
I didn't.
Can't afford it.
I got it.
See,
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
Sinners?
Yeah, it's
Then I can't. I'm not
I just
gonna.
looked at it.
won't see it.
You say you won't?
I probably won't see it until it's like free on
Ah.
streaming somewhere.
It's almost there.
It's almost there, but I won't give it away.
Okay.
I will just say this:
I don't know about that.
I felt a type of way about a potential stereotype at the end.
Does it have to do
I
with
got you.
watermelon?
No. I just came out and said that nigga had the fucking watermelons. I like watermelon.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody likes watermelon. I don't know why people be
don't
running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know why? Why there's such a black stigma towards watermelon?
Because it helped us out.
Because when after slavery, that's what we used to build our economy was watermelon. We were selling the shit out of that shit.
You know, I just learned recently that.
Can we have that bottle?
Yes, please. I just learned recently that
Let me get that. Let me get a little
the whole
taste.
cotton,
Mhm.
raising cotton, was to cut out other markets, like in India.
Yeah, silk and all that shit.
I listened to this one podcast that's all about the history of English,
Mhm.
and so they actually went into this whole thing about
Goodness.
different fabrics and whatnot. But it turned out that, like, you know, like everything in life, it's more complicated than one theory or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But the raising cotton in the United States, the whole economy, the whole slave economy that was set up, it was just like, you know, you raise the cotton and bought the slaves, like they just interchanged.
Yeah,
Like it would just keep the machine going.
you buy one to get the other one,
And it
or
was
you
real,
sell one to buy one, and you sell the other to buy the other.
right. I mean, I never put two and two together. Like,
Oh yeah, and it was all profit for them. So and cotton was king, and you got X amount of hands working that shit for essentially free.
right. And they also came up with and what really made it work was this new Mexican variety of cotton that had less seeds in it. That was easier to clean.
El Caton.
Because before that, it was like super hard to. I mean, with you had the machine at the gym and whatnot to do it, but
Yep,
You got Reggie Cotton.
it was the upgrade.
yeah.
It was the upgrade.
And because also up to that point in time, you had to have like a more tropical environment to grow
To
it
grow cotton,
that
yeah.
stayed temperate all year round.
Because that cotton they growing up in Oklahoma, man, that's some tough ass cotton, boy. Hey, we're not
I
real.
actually went to there.
This shit is fantastic.
Is it so great?
Good Lord. Good grief.
Sorry that it's empty now.
Oh no.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just need a little taste.
Just in case.
I got exactly what I needed
Yeah, there will be more.
to know what I'm dealing with.
It's delicious.
It is.
It really is.
Like, at least
And the
you can
word
drink it this
chintzy.
way, it's good.
Comes from, like when you call something cheap, chintzy, it comes from not Egyptian, but Indian cotton fabrics were called chintz. Or chit. Chit is what they called it, but the British called it chintz. And so here's an interesting fact. At one point in time, everybody in the world wanted these chits. They were like the hot shit. It was colorful, cheaply made, like tunic cotton fabric that Indians in India had made, and only they had like the power or the expertise to make this weave, because cotton is a difficult thing to weave together to make long-lasting cloth. But then once the slave trade in the United States started raising its own cotton and pushing out the Indian market, they called the Indian cotton cheap or chintzy. Okay? So it was like a marketing campaign to say that this is better. Support our fucked up industry here.
That's wild.
Yeah. So we use the word chintzy, or at least older people do, right? You know, to refer to something that's cheap, but at one point in time it was the shit. So crazy, man.
That's like
fucking
history lesson for your ass.
That's like
right
along
there.
the same lines as using gypped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some
Crazy.
history right there.
Or I don't use the word paddy wagon anymore.
I learned that too recently.
Dude, I was like, oh man, that's fucked up.
Tell me why on that. I'm
Irish.
hip.
Here I am. So, the Irish getting drunk. They're patties. Patio this, patio that. So it's basically like the derogatory term for Irish. This is the lockup, the wagon. It's the paddy wagon. It'd be like, that's the Spigmobile or whatever, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Hooligan
Oh, for real?
and vandalism.
I know vandal. Tell us though.
Those were derogatory terms used for particular ethnic groups in certain areas. So the Vandals, aka the ones that have sacked multiple empires in their existence, and hooligans was a way of addressing both class and perceived other inside Europe. Because nobody hates white people like other white people.
That's for real.
That's true.
Yep.
Oh my.
No,
I don't know. The
Irish
Hebrew Israelites.
Damn.
Yeah.
The church Qs don't like them. They hate them.
You see a whole bunch of purple coming down the street.
They ain't hopping. Shit.
I don't know, 1,000 years of wars might have been a little bit higher than that.
Damn, man. I'm fucked up now. It's like my brain just exploded.
Paddy wagon? It is warm as a motherfucker in here.
Yeah, I just learned about the paddy wagon. I was like,
Are you warm
All
from
the
the
times I
Irish
feel now, I feel
with?
racist.
Nah, it's just warm.
All the times, man. Damn. I'm saying paddy wagon like that. You remember Jay had a dance called a paddy
Hold on.
wagon.
So what is the appropriate term for what would be called a paddy wagon?
Policeman.
Police van,
It's a police van.
Wagon?
Police wagon.
police wagon.
To round them up.
Oh, that's a good one.
To round
Because
them
that's
up.
what they do.
For
sure.
she likes to make her own words for everything.
I'm with it.
Round them up.
That's what they gonna do.
Take you on that rough ride,
Pull up.
Oh, not the rough ride.
Pull up.
Yeah, where they
In the
handcuff
back.
you.
and they just throw you in the
Say
back.
They
police
don't
van.
strap you in
Throw
how they're
you in the
supposed
back.
to.
We hit
And
corners,
And then they just
baby.
hit all the corners.
Owners.
Hitting corners. Hold on if you can.
That's how, what's his name? Freddie Gray.
Not with your head.
That's how Freddie Gray died in Baltimore in 2014?
14 or 15, one of them there.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, man. And the dude that filmed it, man, that motherfucker looked just like me.
Crazy.
You remember that shit?
Oh yeah,
Freddie
yeah,
Gray?
yeah.
The dude that filmed it,
Yeah.
filmed the police
Because
dragging
I
him
texted
out.
you and I said, man, PL, you was there?
I was like, I was at work. What's going on?
I said, damn,
And
you was
then
down
I looked
there.
up and saw the picture of the dude. I was like, oh shit. And normally when somebody sends me a picture of somebody, they're like, hey, this nigga look like you. I'd be like, nah. This time I was like, ooh, damn, they gonna kill me. Shit, that might have been who it was that shot me at the old podcast spot.
Oh my gosh, no.
I don't know. Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh yeah, I got shot.
What?
Yeah,
That's terrible.
it was horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. I'm glad you're okay.
Fuck it.
Anyways, I am.
Thug life.
Yeah.
You got thug life.
Jason and my nephew tell me I don't play it
You really
up
don't.
enough.
You don't. That would have been for the picture on every piece of
We should have did.
art.
See, he wanted that.
Should've
I
did
knew
the
he was
Ghetto
gonna
Boy
say
shit,
that.
dog.
I
We
knew
should
it.
have. We should
We
have.
should have did the Ghetto Boy shit.
I
It was
knew he was gonna say
it
that
was
shit.
there.
He talking about,
It
come
was
on,
the
man,
perfect
take the
It was
picture.
right there.
It was right there.
Get around and take the picture. Take the picture.
Oh
PL like, man, I just got shot, man. That's the face he had on. He's like,
Man, I don't feel like playing. I just got shot, man. He's like, why y'all playing?
Y'all heard the doctor say I got shot in the most perfect way.
yeah.
That's
the
what I'm
best way
saying.
possible.
Yeah, he said, because if it had been a little bit this way, you wouldn't even made it to the hospital.
Oh,
I was like, hold on, what? Yeah, it had been a little bit this way, you'd lost your arm. I was like, hey, hold on, man.
oh, man.
None of this news is, I don't like none of this.
Is this good news?
And then the other doctor made the mistake of letting me see the fucking tetanus needle.
Oh no.
And then they came in and said, who shot you? Was it bangers?
I'm like, I like to give the people the shot. I just don't like to get the shot.
Hey, I had never seen a tetanus needle in my life before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty big needle.
Have you seen a poison ivy needle?
There's a poison ivy needle?
Yeah, when they give you, if you have a really bad case of poison ivy,
Oh, damn.
that needle is so big you can see down the barrel. You
Shit,
know?
that's how tetanus needle was.
It's
I
like,
was like, hey, what you doing with that?
it's like they're taking a core sample.
Kept rubbing down.
Yeah, once you
Kept
get to
rubbing
about
down in that
what's that, about
calamine.
16 gauge, that's when you can for real see.
It look, yeah,
Like
it's
a
like
big-
they're gonna come out with a plug. You know?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I just said, hey,
They would pour out a little
uh,
section of air.
don't tell me that I'm going to feel a little pinch. She was like, I couldn't even lie to you with this one. You're going to hurt. It's gonna
Big stick. Big stick.
Big stick.
Ow.
Big stick.
Next thing
Not
I
even
know-
gonna bullshit you.
Oh, man.
Man, I saw her cock back. I ain't never seen a doctor cock back before they give a shot. This bitch cocked back like a motherfucker. Yeah! I said, oh, you motherfucker! I felt like Denzel when he got shot in the ass in training day. Oh, Jake, you shot me in the ass,
Shot me
Jake.
in the ass.
Oh, kisses on all you bitches.
I never even thought about a tetanus shot for a gunshot. I guess it makes sense. You know?
Yeah,
Well,
hot
it was
metal.
the hot metal, and I had like an arm full of glass shrapnel and maybe some metal
So
shrapnel.
they came from outside.
Yeah, I was glad. He rolled up on me when I got in the car and dumped 6 shots in the car. It only hit me once,
Golly.
but it hit the headrest 2 times.
Damn.
And then the shot that would have, there were 3 shots that would have killed,
God is good.
would have
These
killed
weren't
me.
strays. This was intentional.
No, this was, he rolled up
But
on
you
me.
didn't know.
I have no idea to this day.
Crazy.
Why is wrong with people?
I mean, I've been.
I do.
You know.
Yes.
Gotcha. Because it was you.
No, because
Yes, it was me. I did it.
PL shining.
well,
I'm the villain.
because that person also shot 3 other people.
Yeah.
The next
Oh,
day
no, we know
in
who
the
it
daylight.
was. But we don't know, like,
What the?
What the deal was? Yeah.
yeah, no, that shit just
That is so crazy.
yeah.
Although, oh man, that motherfucker always. I knew this motherfucker when he was a kid, and even at 15 years old, he had a fucking 1,000-yard stare.
Damn.
That was, yeah.
Damn.
He fucked up my line one time. I wasn't fucking with him no more. I'm almost scared.
Damn.
Well, I ain't scared no more because that motherfucker ain't going nowhere.
Nah, even if he doesn't go to jail, he's never getting out.
He's never getting
mental freedom. He's 5150 like a motherfucker.
Yeah, his mental is.
But
He didn't even take the lawnmower out the truck after he shot me.
Nigga,
Nah.
He got caught like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks
with
later.
the
same
lawnmower
goddamn
still in
lawnmower.
the truck.
In the back of the truck.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't
now
even,
he was grown by now. He wasn't 15 years old. In
it
the truck.
wasn't even strapped down or nothing. It was
rolling
he
back
break it,
and forth.
roll it forward, hit the front of the bed. I'm like, hey, what
He
the
was
hell?
on- he was
How
on
irresponsible are you, man?
He was on a mission.
Murder.
That's
He had
that's really
blacked
what
out.
it was.
You know, he had blacked out a long time ago.
Oh, and then he just broke.
Yeah, he blacked out a long time ago.
But back to what we were talking about during the check-in. I know you were talking about taking your music off Spotify, and I probably even encouraged that. And I probably still do encourage that. But I'm going to say, fuck it, leave that shit up there.
Can't
It's
do it. Not for
necessary
the
evil.
not for the pennies. I ain't
I
doing
feel
it.
you. It's terrible.
Title?
Oh no, I'm keeping it. Yeah, Tidal, Apple Music, iHeart, It's like my beef is just Spotify.
I mean,
Why?
Spotify they have the worst pay for.
I mean, and it's
artists.
bottom of the barrel.
Oh well,
And
you're
if
trying to
you're not
monetize.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not the podcast. Well, the podcast is on Spotify. Check out, subscribe, like, share,
All that good stuff. You know,
all that.
it's good. For that. Yeah.
You know, but me personally, PL don't fuck with Spotify. Lawnarchy got no beef with Spotify. PL don't fuck with Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So me as an artist, I no longer.
Oh, them motherfuckers be getting on my nerves, and I pay for that shit.
I don't.
Was it 1 million?
I stopped
2
paying
million
for it.
views for a
No, you gotta have
It's
1,000.
You have like 1,000 something.
You have to have 1,000
just to get
streams
started.
Just to get your
10,000.
Just to start counting.
1,000
Just to start
your account
counting.
started.
Oh yeah.
And that's every year. So that's not like if you get the 1,000, it's activated and you can just keep getting
Start
money.
over.
It starts over every year, every
Yeah.
fiscal year.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Plus,
So-
there's all the stories about there are like music mills that basically contract Spotify for a lower rate, but they get more exposure, more marketing through the
So
platform.
what's the best platform to hear stuff that's like undiscovered? Then I mean, I thought with Spotify, I pay, I listen to trying to find some rare groove or this or that, but I keep getting the same old shit.
Honestly,
But that's what Spotify does, though.
Yeah,
They gonna push what's already popular
right.
or who's paying them.
So it's just like the next step up on the ladder from
So you have to
like
buy
rotation
it.
from the damn radio, where
Yep.
because you
Mm-hmm.
can't.
So
You know,
what,
just
you
less
buy
money.
streaming
There's a
service
book I read
for the
today,
artist.
called, I believe it's Mood Machine, and it talks about how playlist manipulation in Spotify is like $1 billion thing.
and when you try to do random, that's
Yeah.
what really kills me. I'm trying to do random, and it just plays the same songs. Like I'll have like 1,000 in my liked, right, and it'll just play the same 50, and I'm just like, come on, give me something different. I don't understand what happened. It would make me so. When we took a big road trip to Florida, and I would be so frustrated. I was like, before we go, let me like all these songs so that I can have a real varied playlist and listen to some different shit. And it just every time we get in the van, it would just play the same shit.
Yeah. And then
Because broadcasters
you want to listen to.
of that ilk are no longer performing. You know what I mean? They're executing an algorithm.
Right.
So they don't give a fuck how many times you heard it. They know how many times they can slide it by you. You know what I'm saying? Before you figure out, hey, what the fuck?
Like I done heard this 20 times.
Man,
in,
I remember
2 hours.
I would watch the Anderson Paak Tiny Desk concert, and without fail, exactly 2 songs or 2 whatever videos after watching that Tiny Desk concert.
Mac Miller.
The Mac Miller, the Mac Miller and Anderson Paak
Goddamn
song.
Mac Miller and Anderson Paak.
Like
and then after
fucking
that,
clockwork.
it's Mac Miller for the rest of you, however long you watching that shit.
Like clockwork. Like it didn't matter what the fuck I did. If I played that Tiny Desk concert from Anderson Paak anywhere in my session of going through YouTube, it was gonna put that Mac Miller in there.
Damn, I thought I was tripping.
It didn't matter what the fuck I
Yeah,
wanted.
I thought I was tripping. They kept doing it to me.
Yeah. No, you gonna get this shit.
Because I'm trying to dig deep, right? Like try to find some early '60s whatever. So like soul or rare groove or like Caribbean or what. I'm trying to like find some shit.
Well, one of the things I do is like I really work on building playlists. Like I'll build one up and break it down and then build it back up again to try and manipulate the algorithm. You know what I mean? Because like if you start a playlist, then down at the bottom of the playlist, it'll have some recommended songs and you can refresh through it. And the algorithms will play there too because it'll make you ignore the same song like 20 times. Like if you hit refresh on there 30 times, a song that you don't want to be on the list, they'll put it in the recommendations 20 of those 30 times. They don't give a fuck.
I guess what the bad thing too for me is that half the time that I'm doing this, I'm trying to drive too.
Yes.
You have to sit down and curate a
So I
playlist.
don't like just do it on my free time.
Hey,
Well,
when we get done, I got a phone out for you to look at.
All right.
They ain't paying me no fucking money, but it's a good one.
I got a real good one, but still. But
that makes it a little bit easier.
Okay.
But yeah, but that playlist, the playlist manipulation shit is what's at play now. You're not selling music. You're trying to penetrate your media into the algorithm. You know what I mean? It's not about artistry. It's not about
Right.
musicality. It's literally how can I make you subconsciously pay attention to
Like
me?
a thumbnail on YouTube versus the content of the actual video. But
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know.
Nuts.
So so we're fighting this war for our entertainment. You know what I mean? Like we want access to all this fucking music. We want it. You know, but you have to understand that when you open Spotify, you open Tidal, you open YouTube, any of that shit, it's gonna try and work you.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you got a plan about how you're gonna take in this media.
Right.
You have to go into your settings on certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and then also curate your own playlist
Yep.
very carefully. And then mine are very random. It's like there's lots of random music, but it's like curated. So it's like they'll have different people's like greatest hits, but they'll have multiple different album covers. So you'll add those different ones, and so then it will just like cycle through more of those other ones that you never heard before.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's really weird, but it works sometimes.
You have to like circumvent the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Carpenters, who have their greatest hits gold album, and then they had their like 1970s through whatever albums, and those two covers were different.
I came
And so
home
it had different music.
from lunch the other day. She had like the Carpenters on YouTube. I didn't know Carrie Carpenter played the drums.
Oh, dude, she was like the
kicking
world's
ass.
best drummer in like 1977 or something like that.
And we watched-
Yeah, it was wild.
We
Dude.
watched them live at the BBC.
I heard that shit and I was like, no. And then I went and looked up some shit and I was like, oh damn.
And she had some chops.
Yeah.
I mean, it was live at the BBC.
Oh, dude, I had a
They
huge
it
crush on
mic'd
Karen
like
Carpenter.
shit, you know, the drums were mic'd horrible, but she had the brushes.
What she say? You had a crush.
I had a huge crush on Karen Carpenter when I was a kid.
She was awesome.
Yeah, man, shit. Nigga, that's who, superstar, nigga.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's where that shit came from. If it wasn't for her, Luther couldn't have stole that. I mean, don't get me wrong, Luther's cold. He's the world's greatest karaoke singer. We've had this conversation before. We've had this conversation before.
I'm staying out of this.
Woo, that was a sharp blade.
Hey,
Sharp.
hey, Luther was cold.
Hold on. Luther actually has a lot of writing credits.
He cut the fuzz off the mic.
Luther was cold. Don't get me wrong.
Luther has a
But
lot
Luther
of
would
writing
take
credits.
your hit and make it better.
That's hard to do, though.
That's hard. I didn't say it was easy. But Luther would take your hit.
Was it both
And make it
Luthers? Big Luther and Little Luther?
Yeah. There's one Luther.
Big Luther was
Big
better at it. You think Big Luther was better? He was better at it.
But yeah, I've had crushes on 2 white women in my life. Karen Carpenter, Doris Day.
Oh yeah, Doris Day is
Oh.
awesome.
I had a crush on Carly Simon.
Oh, 3, Goldie Hawn.
Oh,
Hey,
And which movie? Wildcats.
No, I just always like Goldie Hawn. She
Hold
just
on, I have
always,
to push back on
Actual
some.
show reruns of Wildcats, man. That's
I have to push back on some
I had
of
a
the
crush
Luther
on the
karaoke
Muppets.
business here.
on fucking Janet from the Electric Mayhem, the Muppets.
Oh yeah, man.
That was my childhood crush.
I
She
ain't mad
had
at you.
blonde hair.
I said, mine was Topanga.
All of
All lips. And with this, like, slit
She can
eyes.
still get it.
Oh, Topanga
And
and
six.
Six. They were on the list of getting it, but I didn't really have like a crush on them. I was like, oh no, they could get it, but you know that's completely different.
You guys are so funny.
You know what I'm saying? Goldie Hawn, I'd have like walked out with Goldie Hawn, like, yeah, it's my thing.
Oh my gosh.
What about Lonnie Anders?
Yeah.
She's no Goldie Hawn.
Now the typical like bombshell blonde from the '80s never really did it for me. That was just
Who was the
now,
one on
Jacqueline Kennedy.
Who was
back
on
then,
Three's Company?
Oh, you talking about Janice DeWitt?
See,
or,
you know the name. Dang.
That was the brunette. The blonde was what's her name? Chrissy. No, her real name.
Because
was,
she played the mom on. What she played the mom on?
The show with the Hulk, Bill Bixby.
She was on the Hulk.
No,
That wasn't Bill Bixby in that show. I know who you're talking
Patrick
about.
Duffy. My bad. That was
Yeah.
He looked like this. Suzanne Summers.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Suzanne
right.
Summers.
That's
She
what
had a thigh
She had the
master.
thigh master. That's right.
Yeah.
She had a
Oh,
thigh
that was
master.
freaky.
The Thigh Master.
Hey,
Damn,
So
that was like
motherfucker.
85, wasn't it?
She sure did.
That was when the cable box had the wood grain, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wood grain.
That was like an indirect Kegel machine and shit.
Oh no, I was a
Yeah.
direct Kegel machine.
Play with
We
them
didn't know
mug
what
until
Kegel
you get them
was.
real weak.
No.
Flexing that
Whooping
monkey.
that
I was
hard.
like,
You get a whooping after that, you make that mug weak.
I gotta go to my room.
Oh my goodness.
Go to watch
Back
Cinemax.
then, the cable scramble box.
Real one out real quick. Ski. Suzanne Summers.
Take that.
Oh, nigga, you know the 20-minute workout used to have porn stars doing them workouts.
Doing what?
Those were a lot of the people that were doing the 20-minute workouts.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those were
Yeah.
actors.
Hey,
Oh my god.
The
make
music
it
behind
look
it.
change.
Because they would like film at like super weird times, and like those are like the only people who would like show up for the.
5 in the morning. When did that
You
shit
know,
come on? It was early.
like-
Oh, it came on at like 5:30.
Yeah, it was early.
We kind of stopped watching network TV too much, you know.
Oh, we talking about the workouts?
But we're watching.
Yeah, when you know the morning, it should be.
20-minute
Oh my
workout.
God, what
That you seen that new cartoon channel? The Emmy,
Made 'em.
the Me TV,
Made 'em
the
fucking
Me
made
TV.
'em.
Me too.
All they play is cartoons all day long.
All day long, the old old
So-
school ones.
But the
He
funny
got up
thing
in the
is
morning
that
just to watch
like
the
all
TV.
the advertising is definitely, you know, marketed to old people.
Yeah.
Did they take the racism out of old cartoons, or are they still?
She getting
Oh,
all
no, they were
fuzzy on the
racist.
motherfucking
And they got the
screen.
camera
But
going
Yeah.
down.
the commercials,
Yeah.
you know, that they play are for like life insurance and like, you know, the copper fit back brace and all
Like
that
women
shit.
with
Like-
ultra perms.
And so
Yeah.
we've been watching that and just like, you know,
That old
man,
80s shit.
they are horrible. But I can imagine how, you know, they're being filmed in the same kind of odd hours and
Yeah, you know.
low budget.
Random
Well,
motherfuckers
very low
showing up
budget.
like,
The budget was real low.
y'all was
It looked fuzzy back then.
and also you got to think about
Oh,
it.
yeah,
That shit looked fuzzy
20-minute
back
workout was back in
then.
like 82, 83, 84. It was you know, it wasn't a lot of people that were going to be willing to come out here and had this thong up their ass that they was wearing, even though they have on the tights.
Right.
But it's that thong up
Underneath
their ass.
it,
And the camera, eyeballing the thong, even though the floor was rotating, the camera get that ass crack of that monkey. All 18 minutes. That's what you watch.
I like that
You
they
know what?
It always appeared local. It
Oh,
always appeared like I'm gonna come across these bras in the wild. Like
never seen them.
I know you guys were talking about.
Like I thought these were some Kansas City bras that was doing this.
The 20-minute workout, yeah. Oh, see, yeah, you might not, yeah, you might not have been on the planet yet. You know what I'm saying?
I
It was,
don't know.
it was back in the day.
This is way back.
Man, these are the early rub out sessions.
Like
Oh, my
This was
God.
80 something.
the video version of the Sears catalog under
Oh,
their
man.
section.
Dude,
This is almost when
We
this
get
is
the,
almost when you turn the TV.
when
with
you get the
pliers.
Sunday paper back in the day, and your pops had, your mom and your pops make sure they didn't have a Sears and J.C. Penney.
Bra
Hey,
advertisements.
this
So
is
you could just take an eraser
Oh,
to
my
it and you're like,
oh,
gone.
that's what it was. It was fucking. That was when white women wanted to be Jennifer Beals.
Jennifer Beals from Seventh Heaven.
Flashdance.
Flashdance
Flashdance, that
and
one.
well, hold on now. The other movie, Devil in Blue Dress.
I don't remember.
You never seen Devil in Blue Dress?
I know it, but I can't remember.
The Denzel
Denzel
movie?
movie. I know.
Okay.
I just don't remember her being in it. I haven't seen that shit in like 25 years, bro. And if I said 25 years, that puts it at 2000.
Yeah.
Shit, I could say 35 years easily, probably.
Freak is my brother!
Now you make me want to go watch Sugar Hill.
Oh, man. It's been a minute. Yeah. Ooh.
Hit that stuff.
You ain't have to do that, man.
Ooh.
Took a hit of that stuff.
He took the ultimate.
Oh, my God.
Beat him with too much. That'll pure.
It was like he hit that. He started banging that motherfucker and knew it was going to be the last one and was like, fuck it.
Got that early fentanyl.
Oh, my goodness.
Got that early fentanyl.
That nigga was slobbering and shit. Oh,
Oh my
wow.
gosh. On what?
The movie Sugar Hill.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's a good movie. Wesley Snipes, Clarence Williams III. And
That's
I
with that kata.
don't know what the name of the dude that played the strung out brother, but he's pretty.
Oh,
good
damn
actor.
it. You just kicked his
Didn't
name
one of
out.
the Hills playing that?
Probably. And then I think Leon is in that motherfucker too. I feel like Leon was in every black movie.
Not that one.
He
was in
underground
all
black
of them,
movie
wasn't he?
in the '90s. But it's about a pair of brothers growing up in
Michael Wright.
Michael Wright, who grew up in Harlem, and their dad was a jazz musician,
Teresa Randall.
and he was a heroin addict. And so they became like drug kingpins and shit. And one of the sons kind of supplied the father, fed his addiction, and then towards the end of the movie, the brothers are going at it with each other, and one of the brothers is like, you know what, I know, and Formless plays like, I know how to get you and kill Pop, so he's the one who always would shoot him up, and so he hit him with the extra, read all about it, and as soon as it hit the veins, his pops was like, ooh, I think you gave him too much. Oh man, it's
Boom. Took off.
I'm laughing because I'm not right, but it's a really sad scene.
Yeah.
It is a really sad scene. I should not be laughing.
But it's the only
but
way
it's-
that you can detach from it.
Yeah.
Is to make fun
Wow.
because if you just look at that shit and eat that shit,
Oh man, yeah, this is a bit much.
Boy, went to the
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but it is a really good movie. If you ever get a chance to
I
get.
don't have to watch
Yeah, it's
I don't have to.
but no, it's just that, and then it winds up. It's very kind of New Jack City-ish. Just
it's one of Wesley's
Yeah.
best movies.
it. Oh, okay.
Is it, you think?
Yeah. Well, he was the lead.
Better than Blade?
I said one of his best.
Oh, see,
One
you
of his
guys-
many.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
a lot.
talking
It
about.
might be 10 if you did a top 10.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, hold on, then
Y'all
real
talking
quick,
about
top
Wesley
five
Snipes like
Wesley
he
movies.
did.
No, I'm talking. We said his best. Like that ain't even one of his best.
That's okay. We'll get to
New Jack
it.
City.
Yeah, that's number one.
Oh, it is.
With him and Tommy Lee Jones.
Nah.
White man can't jump.
Nah.
White Man Can't Jump is definitely in there. I'm just going through all the ones that would be in the top 10.
Not the Tommy Lee Jones joint.
No, I thought you was gonna say the one where he was
No, that was
where he
cool.
was a fucking skydiver and shit. Terminal velocity.
I was about to get in Terminal Velocity. You got
I haven't seen that one in a while.
No, you don't.
You have to.
That's an ensemble cast.
It's an ensemble.
What about in Wildcats then? He was in Wildcats.
Yeah, but that was ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Hold on. Dope.
Y'all watch
Dope. That him and Woody Harrelson was both in that fucking movie. Dope.
There's a lot of
Dope.
movies before you get to.
Do not want to mitigate the dopeness of Wildcats.
It can't get top 5.
All right.
At all.
What
Sugar Hill?
Not top 5.
We talking about Wesley. We talking about Wesley Snipes movies though. We're not talking about.
That was a deep movie though, man.
So it's better. So he played a better role in that than Money Train.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that thrilled with Money Train.
But
Yeah.
it was.
Money Train was just what its title was. It was a money train. They figured, oh shit, we can put Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson together.
Again?
Money Train.
Get that money.
The problem with Money Train is one person, and we all know her name.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer. They should have got this Jennifer Lopez from South Park.
Tacos, tacos, Doritos.
Damn.
You're sleeping with my bean?
Hey, we noticed J-Lo been rather quiet during this Diddy trial.
Well, I mean, shit, ain't she going through it with, what's her name?
Yeah,
They ain't already divorced again?
I think so.
Yeah, they are. They're divorced again.
Yeah, that's what I
Ben
thought.
and Jen. Ben Affleck.
Hey, that's some wild shit. When he saw Ben out there on the curb smoking that motherfucking square, boy, you knew them days was numbered.
And it was like, oh my god. Type of look on his face.
Yeah, we're living in an alternate reality right now.
Most definitely.
Where the president is like, I don't know.
They're like, we gotta get married one more time so we can make another shitty movie.
Is this the part of the Matrix?
Yeah.
Jiggly Part 2?
The Matrix
Wow.
is
Is this part of the Matrix?
I don't think I've ever seen Jiggly.
I haven't either. But it's still good.
I
It goes
seen
down as the
part
worst.
of it.
What is it?
Ain't it supposed to be the worst
movie
movie
that,
ever?
stupid.
That Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez did together
It was dumb.
when they first first started their relationship.
Back in like the early 2000s.
If it
first
wasn't
time.
them two people, it wouldn't have been spectacular by any means, but it would have been an okay movie. But with them two people in that movie, at that point, you expected that motherfucker to be a hit, and that motherfucker was mid. Mid as
wasn't,
fuck.
Busting
yeah,
on
it's
God.
totally mid.
Mid as fuck.
Me.
Just busting.
Right.
No chemistry. No chemistry. No chemistry, I say.
None.
Damn it, Royals lost again.
Shit.
Oh my God.
They just can't win at
Yeah,
home.
they're playing the Dodgers this weekend.
Oh.
Oh my.
They gotta win.
They haven't
one.
won
Yeah, I
home
say as
game
long as they don't get
this
swept.
month.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's all.
They gotta get them.
Oh, I mean, hopefully they win some.
It's not good right now.
They gotta get
It was balling out last month, and then they was just like, man, it's
What?
June. Fuck it.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot, dog. I do understand. Hey, if a ball player just came out and said, man, it's hot as motherfucker out here.
You'd be like, let's just let
I
everybody
wouldn't
go
blame
home.
him.
Like,
I
everybody
can
does
take-
it all.
I can take
Hey,
the
remember when Etro said it's hotter than two rats fucking in a sock?
Oh my god.
Man, I can take the heat, man. It's that cold on that shit.
But like, why can't they play night ball?
They play some night games, but even at night, it's not on the field. Yeah, on the field, it's gathered up all that good heat for the day, and it's still about 15 degrees warmer on the field than it is up in the stands where we'd be halfway cool for.
They still
No, it's grass.
put the games. No, I was gonna say on AM radio.
Yeah.
They still do
Well,
that?
the AM station is now an FM station, but they still have the AM station also.
I remember. I've never been a big sports person, but I remember that was one of the highlights of childhood is riding in the back of the Woody station wagon, listening to the AM
Listen
ball
to
game,
it.
not even understanding what the fuck they're talking
I
about.
hated it. Actually, I hated baseball. I hated listening to the stuff, but it was just like cool.
Yeah,
It's like
hearing that.
It's
I don't want to hear this
Really?
shit. Who the fuck is Saberhagen? Or not even Saberhagen. This was before Saberhagen. I was probably like 4 or 5, so this was like Brett had just got to the Royals, and shit, Amos Otis might have just got to the Royals around then.
I just sold an All-Star pamphlet from like the 70-some game.
Oh,
like on
70.
eBay.
Was it 70, 77?
Yeah,
Was
I
that the
think
game
so.
they had here? 77, I think, was the year.
Something like that.
77 or 78, I think. They had their All-Star game here.
I wasn't born yet.
That's cool.
But I remember lying in the back of the station wagon, looking up like you just believe like you're hanging off the
Pour
world.
water
You
on
know,
that one.
just listening to that game and seeing the stars.
Damn, made us old and shit.
Yeah, you're crazy
Man.
about it. That way, I think we're all like just
Happens to me all the time when I talk.
Made us old.
Does it?
Yeah,
What?
I talk about stuff that you.
No
We're
idea
around
what
for.
I wasn't around for now.
Mhm.
I remember the flood that happened here in like '96 or something.
That was 93.
3?
Yeah.
No, it was 96.
No, it was 93.
Yeah.
93?
That was,
Yeah, because I was working at Indian Springs.
I said that was our freshman year. I remember that shit.
What was 93?
The big flood.
The first big flood, and then there was another one in like 90. There was another one in like 96 or 98.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
We were on
93 was when you could take a boat down Southwest Boulevard.
Yeah. 93.
Yeah, we were
I couldn't
out
even.
of town.
I couldn't go to
Wasn't there
work.
one in 87 too?
It's a
Yeah.
flood every.
In 1951 was the other big.
It's either
one.
every 6 or 7 years because of the floodplain.
Right.
So it
And then, but I know for a fact they built that wall after the '93 one.
Right.
yeah.
100%.
Down off of what's that? Not
Yeah.
Truce, but 95 or 95th Street.
And then
The
and then
Bendix, yeah. And also in the bottoms.
and nothing's gotten over that one. But 103rd, yeah, that's floodplain too. That motherfucker flood every other year. So oh shit, let's do this year.
That's the one thing I can say about our neighborhood, our house. It will, if it floods, we got a lot more to worry about.
See, I'm on the hill.
I think they
We're
used
the
them
highest
walls.
point in the city.
Yeah.
I think they used them walls exactly twice.
With a banister.
Yeah.
That was just to keep niggas out.
Real talk, like I think I saw those gates closed and sealed like twice.
Oh, my.
They still make nuclear weapons there?
No, that shit's unfortunately about to become like a little shopping area. Are you still talking about turning it into a shopping area? And,
Talking about Bendix?
and
man, don't go there.
Well, they got warehouses
they
over
talking
there.
about condos or something over there too.
don't
I'm
go
like,
there.
don't have anybody living over there.
So why do you
Where's
need
it
to have a
called?
condo there when you have the luxurious apartment homes across the street?
The Muse. Well, I guess it's not the Muse anymore, but it's always gonna be the
Live
Muse for
nowhere
me.
close to that.
Man,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
Go
live
up
in
there
the
on
Muse.
Lydia.
All them chemicals and all that. It used to be a dump back in the day. Way back. It started as a dump.
No, the dump was on the other side of the highway.
No,
on the other side of St. Louis.
when that first started.
Bendix was the nuclear shit, and they were saying
No,
they didn't have. They had,
before then. Before then, it
Before
was
then,
a
there
dump.
was a dump
Yeah,
too.
before then, it was a dump then.
Yeah.
oh no, my bad. There was the dump behind there.
Yeah.
On the other.
That's what 71
It was on the
is.
other
All
side.
that stuff on
Yeah, well, that's the
71
other
is
side of
trash.
the main dump. But then it was the other dump. I forgot about the little. They had the fucked up shit over there. And then they did Bendix, talking about they didn't have only had non-nuclear, which was a lie, lie straight from the bottomless pits of hell, boy. I tell you, because
So what is this area?
It's right there on
95th
95th
Bannister and
Truce.
Truce.
You know, Bannister and Truce. And then
Where
around the other.
Cerner is?
Huh?
Where Cerner is?
No.
about a mile and a half
Further
down.
over.
Further
But
over?
you used to have an apartment further south of that, just on the other side of the Little Blue.
Oh.
And I used to take my dogs swimming in the Little Blue because, like, right behind, right behind that whole spot, just south
I had no
of
idea.
Bannister, there's like the Little Blue there, but there's a spot where it like holes up and there's like a natural swimming hole.
Is it on the other side of the baseball fields?
It's like some apartment complexes and there's like a little park that's got like a BMX trail.
Okay.
And if you get off the trail, you can get to the water. But because it's not really a place to swim, you know, you could take anything in there. You could take your boa constrictor in that water, you know. So I take my dogs in there. But and that was back when I was driving like, you know, an 83 Ford LTD with no AC and it was hot as shit. So you're just like, I don't care where we go, we're getting in some water, you know, and getting some cancer while we're at it.
Just a little bit though. Just a little bit.
You didn't get much of it. You got a
Just
little
spit it,
bit.
Just a
spit it out, spit it out,
a
spit it out.
sprinkling.
You know.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my gosh.
we were talking about playlists, and we've been working on a playlist for season 5 of the Lawnarchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been slacking for the past couple of weeks. And one thing that we do is when we have guests, our guests get an automatic slot for a song on the playlist. I didn't tell you all this because I like to spring it on people because I don't want people like coming in here with some old super deep, Tchaikovsky's third, G minor, sharp flat twice. Shut your bitch ass up.
Like 7 years ago, I was going
So I like springing it on people. So
I know my track, but I don't know the artist. So I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm not trying to get deep on you.
So while y'all are thinking
Oh,
about
I turned my phone off.
Oh, you turn your phone off. It's okay. I already have one in mind. I don't even have to look it up.
I'll just sing it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay. I got this.
all right.
What song it is?
Mhm.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be a song by Florence and the Machine
Okay.
and
I need to find out.
Chromomania.
Chromomania?
Yes.
Okay.
I love her. That's her latest, from one of her latest album. I have a patch on my cloak that says Florence and the Machine. And Babe gave me this gold heart, and it's kind of like the same type of symbol that she uses on her albums. And she's like my spirit animal. I love her. I've never been like a person that like got crazy over like celebrities or anything like that. Like I wouldn't just don't like you run into one, but like hi, whatever, I don't affect her. Just a human being that's great. You do great things. Just whatever. I don't care. Florence, I would probably cry. she's like that good to me. She's like my favorite. I'd probably cry, but I love her. She's really great. Like almost everything she does is great. And her songs.
Oh, see, that's dope.
And
see,
Free is a more happy song.
We got some way more variety to the playlist now. So
Yeah, it's a big
Florence
variety.
and the Machine.
She uses like live, like choirs and things like that.
Does she tour?
Oh,
Yeah. But she's mostly overseas though, and she needs to come back to the States. And I'm like, please come back.
Is she an American actor?
No, she's a European act. But she's been to stateside.
That's why she can afford to tour the choir.
Yeah.
She's in Europe.
Yeah.
Europeans still go to shows.
Yeah.
Europeans aren't Kansas Cityans.
No, it's hard.
Kansas Cityans do not go to shows.
I had to get her.
We go to shows. We just
New
don't.
York or something.
Just gotta go to daytime.
We just don't buy tickets ahead of time. That's all.
She
can't
needs
go
to
to
come
them
go to
at
like New York or Denver or some
just
place
can't
like
go
that that's still do concerts like that. And
Red
I can
Rocks.
just travel.
So
Yeah.
8 o'clock is the cutoff.
Oh,
I'd like to
when
see
it
a show
start-
at
when
Red
it
Rocks.
first started
That's
getting
on
dark,
my that's on my
Yeah.
bucket list.
Yeah.
Better get to safety.
Ain't no telling what these jackasses are.
I know.
Hey, fucking it up for everybody, man.
Yeah. And there's another song by her called
Everybody,
Free.
we just trying to have fun
And
here.
it's a really happy song. It's fun. I love everything by her.
Said, fuck it, you live here. You live here, I work here.
I was gonna say the song. The first thing that came to my head was this song called "Cornbread," and it's like a kind of like Latin soul joint, but I can't remember who sings it. So I'm gonna just do my pinch hitter, which is
Can you tell me what
I'm
the theme song
Shaking.
for the movie Cornbread is?
by Lil Willie John. If you never heard, I'm shaking.
Shaking like I'm shaking or I'm shaking. K-I-N-G or K-E-N.
I-N apostrophe.
What's his name?
Lil Willie John. And it's like a kind of a jump and jive kind of joint. He said, I'm shaking like I got to sing by this dance. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one. And I actually did a karaoke for her family. At Christmas.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a good song. Good soulful.
Samson was a mighty good man, the finest in his day, but along came Delilah and clipped his wig, and I fear you're going to do me the very same way, and I'm nervous. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
I'm going to have to check that. See, variety. You suckers over here just listening to Lil Wayne and Drake.
Oh my gosh. But look, Wayne's coming out with a new album.
It's garbage.
He did. It was.
It's
I
okay.
wouldn't.
Have
I
you
wouldn't.
heard
I wouldn't
that?
call
I
it
listened to
garbage.
2.5 songs and was
I
like,
wouldn't call
I
it
can't listen to
garbage.
no more.
It was. It was. It was the prototypical Wayne album. It was not mixtape Wayne. It was Carter Wayne. He gave us what Wayne does on the Carter album. That's.
Oh my goodness. Was he using guitars and stuff again?
It was a lot of live instrumentation. It wasn't the greatest beats. I will give them that.
Oh yeah, the beats was trash.
The beats
I think Nas
was-
picked his beats.
Like seriously.
No, did you hear?
That's at the knees.
Lin-Manuel Miranda did the
That's at the knees.
Peanuts to an Elephant.
I don't know who that is.
Hamilton.
And Brent, does he do Brent? No.
No, the what is that? Whatever the Heights.
Yeah,
Austin
that's the
Heights.
Heights. The Heights, yeah. In the Heights.
Is it Encanto is also there.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Or animated movie?
So how long have there been, like, I just started getting into these new, jumped into my algorithm, right, on YouTube, like, all these new tips on how to make beats. Like, has that been on
Oh, that's
forever?
been since YouTube started. That's
Shit, because I was like, man, where was that stuff when I was, But
No,
it's
you can.
No, the tutorials on there are crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can learn how to make
Some
damn
good
near anything,
things, actually.
almost anything
Yeah,
off
I'm
YouTube.
Yeah.
And I saw this one video that broke down, and I'm sorry that I'm interrupting your playlist thing.
No, you're cool. Shit, we're
Talking about cadences and rhyme flows earlier. But this was somebody breaking down an MF Doom verse, and it was insane because he was like, I think he had like 35 different color markers because he was like, okay, so this word rhymes with this word within this line, and have you seen that?
I haven't seen him do MF Doom. I've seen him do another. I think he did Jizza.
And he would
Or
need
RZA.
to use like variants of like red and
And he was,
pink
and he was like,
green
yeah, and this comes all the way back to this.
It was insane.
And I was like, oh.
But I remember trying to write that way intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I had one song that I wrote a long time ago that was just one verse, but the length, it was like a 4-minute verse. And it was like, I don't know how many bars it was. But the way it started was that at the end of every line, I would have it slightly not rhyme, slightly, so that you would start with one word and it would evolve all the way to a rhyming word that was completely different. But you could trace that evolution all the way through
the track.
Yeah. So, and like you said earlier, being a special ed kid that just loves an assignment, that's how I would like make beats or songs. Is I would say, okay, this song has to qualify for this assignment or whatever, So I work better that way too.
I tried as an assignment when I started writing. I found out how Rakim wrote his verses, and he would like. He said he would write a line in the middle of the paper,
put the dots on there,
and then like have a word here that he would have to rhyme here, but he would also have the main rhyme that he would have to
sub.
And so I was like, oh, okay. So I tried that, and that's not how I write, but it definitely helped in the process of how I do write. And actually, I do kind of. In my main style, I do kind of a rhyme one, or rhyme A, rhyme B, rhyme one, rhyme C, rhyme D, rhyme two. I do kind of it's almost, I guess it's a little step further than the Rakim because I do the 2 rhymes and then the rhyme. And, but it's fun, man. Shit, I had to, challenge myself at the time, especially. Shout out to Special Ed, even though I'm a little bothered with Special Ed right now, man. I don't like the fact that he said that NWA fucked up hip hop.
Was he? Oh, was that the last Drink Champs he was on?
Yeah. Was that Drink Champs he said that on? Yeah, I think it was Drink Champs he said that on.
What was he trying to say about NWA?
Oh, that the gangster rap, the NWA opened up ushered in gangster rap, and gangster rap completely fucked up the.
So music is
right.
But
it's who was I was watching something not too long ago talking about oh goddamn, it was like a novelty rap group, Kid and Play, and how Play was like way more gangster than
Kid and Play really weren't a novelty rap group though.
They just danced. They was there for the
back
time.
then everybody danced.
It was the time.
Big Daddy Kane danced.
But the point of what the video I was watching was that Play.
Oh, Play was in some shit. Yeah, Play was not.
And like everybody, most people in NWA was just like
jokey motherfucker that everybody thought he was. No, he was in some real street shit before they got shake your thing,
do what you want to do.
Before they said, Play was. Not like Hammer, but kind of like Hammer, because Hammer was
gangster.
No, Hammer was gangster affiliated.
Oh.
Everybody loved Hammer.
Yeah.
And the gangsters loved Hammer.
Yeah.
So you don't fuck with Hammer. Kid
Hammer was vice president of the Oakland A's.
And supposedly put a hit out on.
Oh, he did. On Search.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Play was actually participating in the gangster shit.
Right.
Yeah, he was actually I'm in the streets doing the gangster
I'm out
shit.
here, son.
Oh my
I'm
God.
with him. These are
Don't-
peoples.
I'm out here, son.
Don't let these parachute pants fool you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
no,
gonna
that's too
shoot
funny.
that thing. And I'm gonna sing, shake that thing tonight at the Omni.
I have a MC Hammer Barbie doll.
Fresh.
I still have it with a little gap tooth in the front.
That's probably worth
With
some money.
microphone and the balloon pants, the purple one, full outfit. I still have it, but it's out of the box and he's been played with and he's stuck with all the Barbies.
Hammer was hitting it.
Yeah. That's why you say it. Don't hurt him.
Don't hurt.
Hammer was giving him the hammer.
Don't hurt him.
He's dropping it off on him.
He has bent arms, which was like very weird because he always usually have the Ken dolls with straight arms. So they always just be like straight.
Oh,
up
because
in
Hammer
it.
was also always supposed to look like he was dancing.
Yeah, and he had to beat his legs to the thing. So he go,
Oh, with the parachute pants.
Yeah, with the parachute pants. Yeah, it had it. It was dope.
Yeah,
Came with the mixtape. Came with the tape.
I fucked with Hammer.
Did you have any parachute pants?
I had 2 pair.
I had silver. I had a
Are we
silver
talking about
top.
the Hammer parachute pants?
No. Oh, I'm
Actual,
sorry. No, the real like back in the
Oh,
day.
no, yeah, I had a couple pair of pants. I had like 2 pair of those.
Parachute pants.
Not the hammer pants.
No, I had 2 pair of Hammer pants, but I had like 2 pair of My parents weren't really into buying a lot of that fad shit. So
I think.
I can't see you in the
I don't know
hammer
where-
pants, man.
Yeah.
no, my Hammer pants was flying the motherfucker.
I can't see
I got
you
them from
in hammer pants, dog. I would have just cried.
I got them from
If I'd have saw you in them, I would
My
have just cried.
my parachute
boy.
pants had a top that was a matching set. It was silver. It was like a silver, and it had like a luggage tag where you slide your bubble, bubble letter name tag
Yeah.
in, and we bring the cardboard out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And remember jams?
Oh yeah.
I had a pair of jams, but what I didn't understand is that they were actually for women. Like I picked up the women's jams. They looked like stained glass. And I went to a church lock-in, and there was a girl wearing the same pair. So I spent the night under fucking stairs. I climbed under these stairs, and this gym, like, it nestled in with the dust bunnies, and just like called it a night. I swear it is. Skin tight. Like, I had the red Converses on. I had knee-high socks, tube socks. I had a fucking white beater that was red. And those fucking stained glass jams that were like actually culottes. Because I thought they were jams, they were culottes. My ass was
Oh
like
my goodness.
hiding out like a spider under the steps. It was crazy.
Oh shit.
Waiting for daylight.
Yeah, man. But fuck you, Quarter.
Oh, you talking about your hammer pants? Not the parachute pants.
My Hammer pants. I had 2 pair of parachute pants. One black pair and like a dark
I had a
blue
pair
pair.
that was leather.
Got them both from Harold Penner.
That's where I got mine. It was supposed to be
That was the
leather.
spot back in the day.
Mine was
No,
leather.
mine were not.
Yeah, I got the leather one. See, I went too far.
Oh my god.
Man,
Yeah,
I
I
had
got
some
the leather.
forest green and
Like a disco.
neon orange Adidas shell toes from Harold Penner.
That's funny.
When they would have like the discount, like the ugly ass aisle.
Well, the
you know?
bootlegs that they couldn't get off.
And I would, that's
Somebody asked for them and they didn't
I
come
used to
back.
have a couple Carl Kanai jackets,
Oh
like
my gosh,
the
yeah.
farm coats, and I would rip off the name of the Carl Kanai metal plates and put on a different patch instead, like Cypress Hill or whatever, instead. But I used to,
The Easter suit that came with the gold.
but I would go in there and
That old Easter suit. What's
I'm gonna need that chain, dog.
Nah, give me the socks.
I got about one wear out of it.
Give me the socks. If I'm gonna only get one wear, I'm gonna wear these socks.
My neck starts sweating.
Because even after I tear the toes out these socks,
Because I'm
I can
wearing that
still wear the
chain for
socks.
3 more weeks. Let's go.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
As soon as you sweat around your neck, it's right.
Oh yeah, no, I don't need none of that in my life.
When you say get that funky,
That funky green shit off. But yeah, I had a pair of purple, like royal purple hammer pants, and then I had a pair that were like tan. They were base color tan, but they were like. I got both pair from And I got one pair from Oak Tree.
Yeah,
I got the royal purple ones from Oak Tree.
What about merry-go-round?
I didn't get them from America. I got them from I got the tan with the wild designs on them from Coda.
It wasn't wild.
Coda.
Coda was the spot.
From Coda.
The buckle.
Yeah.
Buckle's still around.
I think the buckle finally closed.
Did the buckle close down on the Westport?
Oh, that was the bunker.
The bunker. Oh, the bunker's around. No, the bunker's still around.
Okay, the buckle's gone now.
Yeah, I think the buckle's closed. But yeah,
Jeans West.
those
Oh, man.
and
Sorry,
your boy could get it in, even though I was a little tubby and chubby. But you know, let's see, Hammer Pants was what? That was like sophomore year.
90.
No, that was like our sophomore year. So that because some of our homeboys, some of our older homeboys in our class just started getting their driver's license. Because one of my homeboys had his birthday party, and I wore tell you how fly your boy was. I had on the tan with the design Hammer Pants. I had on some black Giorgio Brutini G-Rocks, the ones with the sole, with the sole. Yeah.
Make it flow black when you walk on that.
Oh yeah, it was when you skirt on them.
Tips in the front.
I ain't had chrome tips, but those were the
Bolo tie?
yes. I had this purple rayon type material, shiny-ish shirt. It was like the same purple that was like accents in the. No, it's Coda.
Is that where it was?
That's where I got mine. And so that, and I had my motherfucking I was gangster back then too. I was my motherfucking bolo tie was a 6-point star. I had a jewel in the middle of it.
it's too cool.
I had 2 knees. Oh man, I jumped through the splits like how I should jump up in there and do the splits and do all that shit. I do that, man. I get it in. I just didn't have a body type that motherfuckers be like, oh yeah, oh this fat motherfucker getting it. Hey, fuck you, bitch. I ain't fat. He's big.
My balls are just bigger than everybody.
No, my bones wasn't bigger. There ain't no bigger bones, nigga.
Just big ball.
You know how big your bones would have to be?
Why do they always say that? Oh, you just big ball.
What kind of genetics you passing down? Kill them shits off.
Damn.
You know how big the goddamn Amazon motherfuckers and shit. But I do believe giants did exist in real life.
Oh yeah, they did. It was in the Bible, I think, somewhere.
The Bible's very
In one of those
hit or
versions.
miss on a lot of stuff depending on your translation.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the translation. But yeah.
And the translation that most people use is the translation of someone who like to molest his mama. So I'm cool.
Well, of course, there's lots of times in the history of all humans being alive that there was different species of humans at the same time alive. Like
Neanderthals.
not only that, but like Florentius and Denisovans, and I'm part Neanderthal myself. Like my brother did the DNA test.
And unicorns.
I really think unicorns did exist at one point in time on the planet.
I think fairies do.
But I also think that unicorns were probably the most dickest animal on the earth, because that's why they're not around no more. All the other animals said fuck y'all and got together and fucked them up. Was like
But if unicorns can really do what they supposed to do, then
I don't know if they can really do all that shit.
They wouldn't have been
But I
taken
really
out
think
like
that there was a horned horse, and elephants was
There
like
used to be horned rodents
fuck you.
too. I mean, they found fossils of the horn, like it looked like rat that had a horn. I mean, 99% of all animals that ever
The
lived
original
exist
hood rat.
right now.
Hoodimus ratimus.
I got a rabies right on the tip of that mug.
I love biology, and all these like extinct megafauna, like giant ground sloths and
And
Weird things to look up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh god.
speaking of biology and religion, when I was about 8, 9 years old, and I was in Sunday school, and they were talking about creation, because church creationism.
What they were allowed to back then.
I was in church, so we were talking about creationism at Sunday school. And Sunday school is this thing that happens before church.
Oh, she knows.
Okay. Yes. Hey, everybody don't know. Shit.
That's right.
I'm an educator. I tend to educate from time to time.
My bad.
So we're doing Sunday school. I'm like 8 or 9 years old, so it's like 3rd grade, 4th grade, and we're talking about creation. Blah blah. First day, second day, third day, blah blah. 7-day rest. Blah. And I said, "What about the dinosaurs? They didn't exist." Oh, bitch, you a lie. We just came from motherfucking museum and they had a whole motherfucking big ass thing. That bones
That's what I was told.
And then the tusks and shit. And she was like, "You just call me a bitch?"
Oh my goodness.
Oops.
Like, well,
Oops.
I might have.
He said, not just a bitch, a lying bitch. You
My
lying
bad.
bitch.
On the bitch. And I don't know you lying, because you lying like a motherfucker. My bad. And so ever since then, I've just always had a real big side eye toward religion. Like,
Nah, it's real, because I thought,
teaching you wrong.
Well, not
oh, they
only
won't
that,
teach me wrong.
nah, they showed up taught me
Teaching them wrong.
wrong.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
but you know what I mean.
But I mean,
they're trying to.
here's something that, people don't think about very often, but, like, the way we classify animals, right? Mammals, reptiles, amphibians,
Duckbill
all this kind of
platypus.
stuff, right? Monotremes is what you're talking about. Is based on Carl Linnaeus from like the 1600s, the Linnaean classification system, and that gives you like the kingdom, phylum, class, genus, order, species. But all that's just some arbitrary shit that we came up with to try to describe what is life, like what is evolving constantly. And life just wants to fill in the void, and as the environment changes, it changes too. And so there is no such thing as a dog, a cat, a chicken. So it's just the way life has like filled those spots in order to be able to survive where those things are. And I don't want to sound boring or whatever, but that's what drives me nuts when people, like, especially, and I believe in God, but I don't, the idea of creationism where it's so simple, where they're like, and this day they made the cow, and this day I made this. It's like, no, man, God, you can't put God in a box like that. Like the way that, if there is a creator that is all powerful and amazing, his universe's creation is going to be far exceeding your basic ass childlike thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first part of your speech was amazing and creepy as fuck. My mind was imposing what you were saying on the intro scenes to the movie The Thing with Kurt Russell, where the alien would take form.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, damn, dude, this is yeah. Also, if you see a bootleg copy of The Thing around here, which
I love
was your
that movie.
speech superimposed on it, yeah, I might have done that shit.
You ever seen that movie Noah? Did you ever watch that movie Noah? Where he explains creation.
No.
Yeah, with what's his name?
Steve Carell.
Russell Crowe.
Oh,
So
no.
he's explaining the creation, but it's coincide with the scene of evolution happening. It's like on the first day there was like darkness, and so you see like the bacteria splitting in half, and then all these forms up to like where it's like fast motion of like single cell organisms that evolve into fish, that evolve into legs, that evolve into this, so it's just so seeing those things superimposed. I just think that like there's a reason why all great spiritual teachers, whether it be Jesus or Buddha or in the Bhagavad Gita, speak in parables, because when people want cut and dry answers. They just want to say, hey, what's the answer to this? Is this wrong? Is this right? Who the fuck do we blame? How could... But, everyone that's worth their salt in some sort of spiritual guidance is like, hold up, back up, take a moment. look at what I'm trying to tell you in a parable, so you have to think about it. Because there is no simple, easy answer for the test. You gotta approach every moment in your life with caution and love and consideration, and
Yeah, but honestly, but speaking on that though, how do y'all feel about something like what I grew up with? Because until I was a freshman in high school, I thought the Earth was 4,000 years old because that's what I was always told in church and by my parents. Yeah,
I think they told us it was
like literally, like I was lit when I tell you I was 13 years old.
That's why this is like shocking me.
Nah, it's,
My church was never like this.
yeah, mine to this day.
What was
there's,
your denomination?
just Southern Baptist.
Yeah,
So
I grew up Lutheran.
So there's
But
like
Dave
there's
said the same thing.
yeah there's elders in the church that I grew up in right now that to this day believe that 4,000 and some change. That's how long the entire universe has been
Humans
around.
have been on the Earth in the modern form for over
had
100,000
and that can
years.
and
I
that
had
can be
to have
proven.
a strong, solid, long discussion with my pastor about aliens because I believe in aliens. And I'm 11 years old, 12 years old. He's probably like 50. He's a super grown ass man. And here I am telling him, like, yeah, man, the universe is a mess. The universe isn't even the biggest thing out here. The galaxies and Andromeda. You got bigger shit. I said with stuff multiplying that big exponentially, it's only the man's hubris to believe that all this stuff is out here and it's just us.
It's just us, yeah.
No, it can't be just us. I said, if it's just us, then God did a shitty job. Oh, well, why would you say? I said, I'm just saying, man. I can think of a lot more cooler people to make than us, and I'm me.
So it's like, this is how I view it.
Please.
Okay, so this is how I view this. I view God and Jesus and just all that, whatever you believe in or don't believe in. He's up there for me. And he's just like, look at all these things I made. So we're like discovering all these planets. You can see like Venus and see Mercury and Mars at different planets at different times of like seasons of year, and all that stuff like that. And he's just like up there, and he's also like, yeah, but then over here, because if you pay attention to NASA or any of those things, are like, we're just like this little tiny speck, this small little thing that's just out there amongst all these other millions and billions and millions of other galaxies that are just like out there floating around. So I think God took like this big, massive, awesome DJ, and he's just like, what? Look at here, hey, look what I made. You can see Saturn now. You okay? Over here, hey, good. Look, oh, you discovered that this planet over here has all these moons. Yes, I made these. Isn't it great? He's just like, what? It's storming over here, and it's sunny over here. It's like, what? It's sunny outside, and it's storming. Like, what is happening? He's just like, just doing stuff. It's just, he wants us to marvel at that, and like, we're not supposed to like. Technically, at the beginning, we're not supposed to even fucking know all of that shit. Or be aware of like all the stuff that we're thinking about like right now, these conversations. He's just like, just enjoy and have fun. And so that's why Lucy lives in her own little world. And it's just like me and my daddy God, and we're just like up there just having a good old time, like most of the time. And sometimes it's not always great, but it's like most of the time it is. And I just kind of stay away from certain thoughts. But sometimes my brain goes there, so I'm just like, well, what about this? And he's just like, don't worry about that. This is too much. It's too deep for you. Don't worry about that. But they're just like, people get hung up on like my brother. Sometimes he gets hung up on, hi brother. Sorry. But he gets hung up on like, the race part. Like he is only this color. And I was just like, no. He came upon them and looked like them to win them over. Right? It says that in like every version of any Bible, of any religion or non-religion, it says something like that, right? So it's like, how could there not be aliens? How there could not be like all these other types of things? Have you seen like the things that are deep in like the ocean? Those things that light up.
We really have it.
And those like really weird.
That's what's hilarious to me is we out here trying to explore Saturn and shit. We don't even know what's in the bottom of the Marianas Trench. I'm more concerned about that shit.
Yeah, if it's here.
Because if that shit wakes up and says, you know what, I'm gonna go take a stroll. We're not stopping that.
It's something down there. It can live in there.
That is pretty
I had a
nice.
similar sit down with my pastor.
That's just it's thousands and thousands and thousands of tons of extra pressure down there. You know what I'm saying? So if whatever that is managed to creep crawl, yes y'all, its way from down there to up here, we don't have a gun big enough. We in trouble.
Yeah, the ocean is a different kind of fear. You know, like just being out. Like I
don't think they do.
With the ocean.
I think we on some One Piece shit now. We gotta start finding some motherfucking the fruits.
I got lucky with my pastor though. When I sat down with a similar kind of situation, he was like, "Yeah, we know shit." He goes, "Look, here's the deal. Like, if we want to keep this organized religion together, we just got to tell the stories.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard for people to. If we all philosophize and question and try to like work out some deep shit every week, we're gonna lose everybody, and they're gonna all splinter off and go start their own version." He goes, "We just have to keep telling the stories." And you know how like you were like focused on or it was said people were focusing on the years, right? That the thing that I came to my pastor about when I was young was I was just like, why do we have a white Jesus? I was like, and he looked at me like, why are you asking this? And I'm just like, because I mean it's from the Middle East, man.
Right.
I mean, why?
You can't fool me.
What is this? When you tell me the story that happened in Bethlehem in Israel, like, you know.
I know what they look like.
Yeah, I know what it looks like.
So I'm just like, what's up with this? Well, I do. You tell me.
So,
Is that to do with
the
Greek?
version that you see
It's Caesar Borgia, ain't it?
is actually was not originally supposed to be Jesus. The Merovingian kings in France wanted depictions of themselves in a holy format.
Right.
So the same artists that were trying to get their other thing done were making these famous changes.
Like Mona Lisa.
It's not, yeah. It's the same thing that happens later on in the Renaissance. Because in the Renaissance, you have rich people literally buying, like, paying for artists to come in and basically do all of his last
Portraits, or,
like,
yeah.
literally like ancient Photoshop. That's like a picture of this of a Merovingian king, like looking as close to Jesus as possible. Became every artist had at that time doing their version of that interpretation, and it was starting to be used in place of actual depictions of Jesus.
Right.
And of course, the church obviously because of course the Catholics were Catholic. And that's where we get the modern look of Jesus.
And it also, I heard it was influenced by Greek gods. Like they would try to make them, like God on the throne, like the Father, look like Zeus. Because
So earlier, even earlier depictions utilize the same iconography of Roman and Greek religions to convert them over. It's just like you would
Sure, like Christmas.
revival in Korea, so that somebody in Korea can revival.
Or doing your church holidays on pagan holidays, like Christmas is on Saturnalia. But another reason why these images stayed prevalent was because a lot of the people, well, most of the people at the time were illiterate. So it presents an idea of who God is. God is powerful. God is a ruler. God is a king. You know,
What you've been told before, you take that forward when you go conquer other places.
right.
So you're looking at the same picture.
Oh man! Speaking of that same podcast that I was telling you about, like the origin of words, the word chaplain. This one, if I didn't say this on one of the previous podcasts, I apologize if it did. But the word chaplain, I used to think it must come from something like historical, religious historical thing. It's definitely from historical, but I figured it was like from the Bible or from like a priestly tradition or some shit. Well, in Latin, cape is kappa, right? So there was a Roman soldier who was a Christian convert who never lost a battle. I forget the guy's name. And after he died, they would actually take his cape into battle in a box, a relic, you know, and then keep it in a reliquary. And the kappa, so the person that carried the cape was the kappa Lin. But I mean, not even anything to do with religious, just superstition. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so again, to bring it full circle to what we were talking about before, superstition kind of supersedes, like, you know, the true message of like a parable. And that's why I believe that all these religious teachers would speak in parables, because they didn't want it to be basic. They didn't want it to be a basic level of just superstition, like just believe this, just carry this, just rub this on you, just put this symbol up or whatever, you know. And so yeah, we're how you doing things.
Yeah, we're how you doing things. I was going to say real quick, just to finish, was like when Jesus came upon people, I'm like, why couldn't he shape shift to be like looking like a black dude, like a Middle Eastern dude, and then they come over to Asia and shit, and then be like, okay, now he looks like an Asian dude, and then it's like Asian Jesus, and then he looks like black Jesus, and then white Jesus, and then like Puerto Rican Jesus.
Maybe he did, because he said I have sheep of other folds.
Yeah, sheep of other folds, you know what I mean? So why couldn't he look like like all of it all at once? Like how can you limit him? He can do anything he wants if he wants to. Like he can make us. Like he made us.
Some people say
So
there's
he can be anything you like want.
a distinct similarity between the Christ figure and the Quetzalcoatl serpent in the New World, you know?
What?
Yeah. And of course, if you want to go down the real rabbit hole, you got the Mormons that said that he showed up here in North America to make independence.
Oh yeah, independence.
I think we talk about Mormons more on this podcast than any other.
But he wants to like, but he said that swirl thing, that's like a slide.
That's what you say.
Yeah, but look at the freaking slide, like the hottest slide from the 80s.
But they do believe that independence is going to be the heaven on earth.
Like, you know what kind of slide it out at?
Which I'm like, man, just take a better shot from that.
The giant balloon popper.
Sorry, Mom. That's so funny. Oh, shit.
I don't know. The Lawnarchy has a very tenuous relationship with the Mormon sect. We don't like the fact that they just gave us souls not too long ago.
Yeah.
They gave us soul.
No, Mormons didn't believe that black people had souls up until like 1974.
What they say, the mud people is what they used to say. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got weed from one of them before.
Whenever.
Damn.
Oh yeah, all the indigenous are cursed with the curse of
That's why I've seen it as dark.
yeah.
Are you saying about Ham?
Mark Ham, yeah.
Shit, there was an old black lady that was in my church when I was growing up, and I was Lutheran, and she would always bring that up. She would say that, I'm cursed because of Ham. I was just like, man, I do not think so.
Yeah.
And she was stuck on that until, she's gone now. Forget her name. She'd bring that up every time.
Yeah. So, church, religion fucked me up in some ways. I'm not going to get into tonight. We don't have time.
No, it's okay.
But, hey, it's all good shit. Everybody got their something.
Yeah.
Nobody comes out of life unscathed.
No.
I thought about becoming a prison chaplain at one point in time in my life. I went to
Of all the chaplains.
All the chaplains be seriously.
I wanted to do something that mattered, but I don't know.
Might be a little late.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
True. You're right, Lucille.
But
It's never too late.
not as great as the area.
I'd have been annoyed about being a prison chaplain just because, I'm Tom from Boondocks.
You will not take my booty.
I'm always afraid. That's why I wouldn't go see my homeboys when I get locked up. I'm like, I ain't going to see y'all. With my luck, some shit will happen. Niggas get out. Next thing you know, mad rapers are running around. We got Felice Johnson out here. Man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit! I say, speaking of escapees, they finally caught old boy from down in Louisiana.
They found
The last one?
Yeah, the last one. He,
Those guys had escaped.
how they catch him?
I don't know, but dude was wild.
Man, he was gone.
Oh, you talking about the one that had his pictures and stuff on Facebook?
No, he was doing lives. He was showing up in Memphis. He was down in Houston. Like,
Yeah,
he was having a
yeah.
good time. He was having a good time.
Damn, what they need him, man?
Like, for real.
Damn. That's why he's in jail. He's stupid. Shit.
Well, you know, he was smart enough to get out once.
I don't think
How they get out?
right. Yeah, just follow the rest of it.
Hey, I didn't say how. If he was smart enough to do it once, he might look up again. You know, shit. Hey, all more power to him.
Stayed up the longest and was the stupidest.
You hear about the, you've heard of the military-industrial complex. Have you heard of the immigration-industrial complex?
Oh, yeah.
That's the new thing, right?
Oh yeah. You got all these motherfuckers rounded
Making
up
money off people like that.
and put them in the new slavery.
That is awesome.
Concentration camp.
Yep. You know.
Because you don't talk about the border anymore.
Mhm.
They don't talk about the border anymore.
Because down here, they just wrap them up. They say, fuck the border, let them come on in, we just send them back on out. We got them.
You know, and I listened to Bill Burr had this little routine where he was talking about that. He's like, all the MAGA supporters, he's like, you really think that like your boss is going to magically pay you more now? Like, dude, he's like, they've been fighting and trying to find every way to fuck you possible since the very beginning, like labor laws and now yeah, I mean, it's just going to be like, welcome to doing even more horrible work, because, like, yeah, you think that just because you get rid of some brown folks, that now you're going to get paid more and there's going to be more money to distribute to you. Yeah, surprise. It's going to go back to the pockets of the people that run it.
Oh, no surprise.
Yeah,
Well,
but
not
for
for
that,
them,
right? I saw this happen. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is, I guess. Fuck it.
Man.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up for the night, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming by.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Oh, well, yeah, shit. Well, new digs, trying some new shit. You're more than always welcome to come out. We keep up.
Yeah, we keep each other on social media pretty well.
Yeah, I've been slacking lately. I had to take I don't know, man. I just had to take a complete back off of it for a little bit, man. My people, when my people battery fills up or drains out, I can just kind of cool out away from people, but I can still kind of be on social media.
Yeah.
I lost all of it this time. I didn't have. Yeah, so I've been working on my garden. I got my garden in buckets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, growing some mint, some tomatoes, some green peppers, some red peppers.
That's good.
I'm growing something too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine is different from yours.
Green peppers.
Yeah, mine is just a trap.
But yeah, so that's been keeping me like calm and cool. And yeah, the buckets are heavy, and I got to move them around a few times a day, so it's kind of like a little workout.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm starting a green roof on a shed. Just some basic sedum, but I'm just trying to experiment and get it going.
Yeah, that's dope. You're gonna have to mow it eventually, or buy a goat.
Yeah, they have those down by the riverfront. The city rents out goats.
In a van.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you say goats, and then they
Yeah.
go to the cartoon. So,
That'd be dope.
you need to eat it.
You probably got to rent it for like a week or something like that.
Probably. Just eat it in patches and shit.
You know anything about goat rental? Go ahead and hit us up.
Or alpaca.
Oh, I know about alpacas. I know where to get them.
I know that plug.
Yeah, I got the plug. I don't have a plug on alpaca, but I know where we can put some ski masks on. Get us an alpaca. Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah. That's the cartoon I'm writing.
You gotta block that shit.
Stealing the alpaca.
Oh yeah.
Alpaca theft number 1. That's right. $10,000 or $25,000. Man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget, we got the matinee session coming up July 15th. Blues Brothers will be in the house. They will. I don't know if they're gonna do anything together, but Lou Rip's gonna be doing some of his new music, and Deuce Fontaine is gonna be doing a beat set. As of this point, right now, they don't even know that they're doing this together because your boy is diabolical. I ain't doing things. New episodes weekly, roughly weekly. Sometimes 2 times a week. I feel like every once in a while, those are like the rare ones, but
A double episode, sometimes I'll squeeze an extra one in. I did that like a few weeks ago, but yeah, every Wednesday at 8 a.m. All times are local to your area.
High and doing things. Just type in high and doing things. It'll be like not the first, the second thing that pops up.
We got green logo, pink logo.
Next to the legal trap report.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yep, and then Legal Traffic Report. Make sure you're following them on Instagram. He's about to get active again.
Yeah, about to get back on there, man. Got a lot of stuff to show.
Red Ox got some new music on the way. Rockwell's got some mixes on the way, allegedly. First quarter's out. PLmusic.bandcamp.com. Quarter said I need videos, so you got video money, hit me up.
These videos.
Otherwise, y'all gonna catch these real simple videos of nothing. Yeah.
He's gonna make them on his phone instead of Android.
Let's
get an Android.
But for real, it's the last weekend of the month, y'all. We didn't start well. We didn't move well throughout the rest of the month. Let's
do better.
Man, let's end it on a positive note this weekend, y'all.
We got to.
We gotta do better.
And always keep in mind, it's not the venue, it's the people that occupy the venues.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to do better, y'all.
Gotta do better.
I may not like a place, but it's not necessarily because I feel like I'm gonna get shot there. I don't like anywhere because I feel like I'm gonna get shot there because I don't know who's gonna be there and who's got funk with who, and you motherfuckers don't know how to regulate your emotions or communicate no feelings and none of that shit.
Because they shut up the Roxy before,
Right.
So y'all can't blame it on it just being Westport or KC or this, that, and the third. They shot up the Roxy.
It's always
So
everybody, they don't know how to walk away and say, man, fuck it, we got it. I'm just gonna walk. I don't want to lose.
or just fight.
I mean, fight, but no, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna shoot any dog.
I know this sounds fucked up, but I'd rather hear somebody got beat to death than shot to death.
But how many times do you hear about somebody getting beat to death though?
Never. Never.
It's been
No, but I mean,
Off camera, I'll tell you.
but I'm just saying I'd rather hear that because at least then
Had a chance.
it was some chances. You know what I'm saying? The other motherfucker had almost possibly.
Run, man, get out of there. He whooping your ass.
I don't know, man.
Out of there.
I don't know.
Get home.
I don't know, man. I grew up with fighting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I grew up around fighting. you'd only hear a gunshot like once a month down at Swope Park on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It'd be, you know, somebody with a little Deuce 5 or a little 32 or something. Like 85, 86, 87. For real, up until like,
For real.
up until like 91, 92.
Yeah, when the crack really got on the street.
And then,
That crackhead on the street.
you know, then niggas started bringing Uzis to the park.
To school.
How do you have a Uzi at Swope Park? Oh yeah, no, everybody. I had a homeboy that had a shotgun that he walked into the school with every day. And he would put it in his locker, and he'd walk normal for the rest of the day. Then he'd put it back in his. Nah.
You may never won.
You were in school. You were in school a whole decade after I was.
We had a security guard.
No, we ain't had no metal detectors. Well, they could detect you. Hey, nigga, is that a gun on your leg?
We didn't have a security
That was the metal detector.
We had actual police officers. There was no security guard.
Nah. We had Mr. Byers at Lincoln. He was giving us money to go get gates for him. Off the lines.
He ain't a real security guard. He ain't real.
That'll tell you what we was on in Lincoln.